Okay, you guys, it is time to have some fun on the TQuest anniversary show. So, how we're gonna start this is I'm gonna give you guys some music as you wait for wait for people to jump on. They're already on. Even better. Hi, Scheme. Okay, on. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, this is the one and only TQuest. You are tuned into a special TQuest show. It is exactly within like another hour, exactly 8 years since I became a radio personality. And it's been a long journey. I'll say that, say the least. And it's a lot has happened within 8 years. Okay. And I'm just happy to still be doing what I'm doing. And you're gonna hear a lot of the phenomenal things that has occurred ever since I became a personality and how it changed me in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Woo! OMG. Yes. Yes, today is my anniversary. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun because what radio has done for me is life changing, right? So before we get into that, I want to bring on the man who got me my first well, gave me my first opportunity as a personality. And we're going to talk about how we met and the journey throughout the 8 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you DJ Ski.
Hey, what's up?
Hi,
Congratulations. Oh
Ski.
man. Look great.
Oh my God. I told myself, it's funny because I told people I was going to do this anniversary show. They
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to cry. I'm like, well, first of all, don't be all up in my feelings. Let me be in my feelings, okay? Let me walk in my greatness, okay?
Right.
And if I do get a little emotional, there's nothing wrong with that because anything you love or you have a passion for, there's going to be emotions involved, period. You
Exactly.
know, so I'm going to hold them back as much as I can. But if they happen to fall, my glistening crystals, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's bring the people back a little bit right before the 8th year mark, which was February 4th,
Wow.
2013, in the middle of a blizzard we was having
Wow.
up top on the East Coast. And I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect day to start. It's in the month of love.
Yep.
Everyone's snowed in anyways, so you
Right.
might as well just listen to Gotta Love Me Radio. But let's bring it back. So I'm gonna start it off, and then you're gonna pick up, okay?
Okay.
So of course I was scrolling on social media, and I use social media for what you're supposed to use it for: socializing, networking, and everything, and sharing your media. And I just happened to be on another female rapper's page, and I saw that she just did an interview with you, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this man? Who is DJ Scheme, right? So I was like, well, let me add him. He must be someone of importance because, I want to do some more radio interviews and stuff. So I added you.
hmm
And then I guess you checked me out.
Yep. Yeah, that was dope. That was what I remember was the picture because you had like a guitar. I remember that, right? I was like, and we were always looking for artists. It didn't just see a female playing an instrument, or I think it might have been a guitar or a bass guitar. I was like, that was interesting, and that's why I was like, do you play? I remember like asking you. I said, do you play music? Right? Do you play instruments?
Mhm.
I didn't know if you was a rapper or a singer. I was like, I was interested in that, and then I was letting you know that we do radio and stuff like that, and come on and do an interview with us. Once we found out that you were an artist and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that was the picture of it was I guess that was like how the way you were bringing people in. And I was like, yeah,
You
yeah, she's
know,
great.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's always ways to reel in people in, right?
Right.
Nowadays people are blinded by like filters and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not doing filters. I'm literally posting a picture of me. Yes, it may seem like I'm a guitar player,
Yeah.
but when they ask me, I always say that it's just was a prop at the photo shoot. So
Okay.
I never would say that I'm a guitar player because then I'll be lying. But I
Okay.
definitely just told them, it was just a prop at the photo shoot. But
Right.
you're
Right.
right, it would reel people in. That's the whole purpose of making it my profile picture. I would
Right.
never go extra, extra, but technically, I'm just giving you me. Technically, it's just a picture of me. Technically, it grabbed your attention.
Yeah.
Technically, that means I was doing something right. And
Yeah.
with you, someone who works with a lot of entertainers, I'm pretty sure seeing a black, sexy, thick arms
Exactly.
with a guitar was like,
Yeah.
you.
Let me find out what's going
Who
on
is
over there.
she? Who is she? You know what I mean?
Right.
But even though I was able to reel you in with my pictures, shout out to
Mhm.
the Fat Cats because that was from our Boss Lady photo shoot.
Yeah.
It worked, but then
Yeah.
we started to interview, and then you found out more things about me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I remember what you said to me at the end of the show. You was like, "Great show." I was like, "Really?" You was like, "Yeah." You was like, "You have that voice." Like,
Right.
ever considered radio?
Yeah. I remember that too.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah, I
don't.
do remember that. So asking you about that, about would you be interested in doing radio? And the thing about it was that you was like you considered it, and then because he was already working on projects and stuff, and
Mhm.
he was like, "Yeah, I'll check it out." We introduced you to First Lady Godiva, R.I.P. to her as well, and on streetsdradio.com.
Mhm.
That was just like added to the team that we were doing, and then how the way you started you was already on your way, doing some things, but then you were like, yeah, I could do this, and when you did your first show, I was like, yeah, like, everybody was excited for you. I remember that too. Was you nervous or anything like that?
Of
Or
course, I was nervous. What do you mean?
not because he didn't say, I don't remember you sound like he was like really calm, and you always do the sexy voice thing, so
Express it because what people still don't realize, the one who meet me now, I'm an outspoken person now, but I was always quiet back then. So I didn't know how to
Mhm.
express myself. And what I was thinking was like, oh my God. Like, what am I supposed to do? Nobody's here in Connecticut. It's just me. And what happens if something goes wrong? I'm supposed to just text someone. I'm supposed to just call someone. Like, what happens if it's not going to play? Like, I was literally freaking out. Every day I had so much anxiety. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't fail because they are taking the time out to believe in me, and they took the time out to teach me this program. So I'm gonna have to boss up, woman
Right.
up, tits up, and do what I gotta do. Learn this program. Just pay attention to this is what you do when it comes to the mic. This is what you do to the music. This is what you do when you have to cue it up. And don't worry, I'm only a text and phone call away, is what you kept telling me.
Right.
I was
Right.
like, okay. You're like, relax, you got this. We believe in you. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Steve, okay. I said, okay, wait. I gotta get this right. I gotta get this right. 2 hours. And I was like, what day am I gonna pick?
Right.
No, first you was like, well, what are you gonna call it? And I was like,
Yeah, but that too.
I'm gonna call it Gotta Love Me Radio.
Yeah.
Gotta Love Me is already my slogan. Gotta Love Me
Mhm.
is already my brand. Why not connect it to a radio show? So I was like, Gotta Love Me Radio. That's what I'm gonna call it. And he
Yeah.
was like, well, what night you want? I was like, you know what? Let's do Mondays
Mondays. Yeah.
because I already started Gotta Love Me Mondays, which is stemmed from people always thinking so negative when it comes to Mondays. So let me be the light and bring happiness to a Monday. So
Right.
I started Gotta Love Me Mondays. Me and my crew, my friends, my coworkers, we used to do different events on Mondays. So now people look forward to Mondays. I used to send positive messages every Monday. So Gotta Love Me
Mhm.
Monday was already my thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, Gotta Love Me Radio on
Mhm.
Mondays.
Right.
Okay, GLM, stamp that thing. Okay.
Right. Right. You did that.
So
You
yeah,
you remember what the topic was? Like the first show you did?
I remember. Um, some of the segments, I was like, okay, so if it's 2 hours, I need at least 1 hour of content. So I remember having my TQuest welcoming moment. I had to get an intro. I had an intro to the
Right.
TQuest show. I was like, okay, that's gonna play for a minute. Then I had to have my other intro. Then I have to have my hot mess segment. Then I have to have my wow moment, words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Then I got to tell people about the shenanigans that happen in my life, my artist spotlight. I really had it written out every week
Wow.
because I wanted to make sure that everything was on point when it came to the show. You know,
Right.
thank you
Right.
so much. I wanted to
Yeah.
make you guys proud. I had to
Did
represent
that.
the whole state of Connecticut, and I'm like, this is my
Right.
first time, so I got to do this right. So I took the time out to plan out my shows
Yeah.
for 2 hours every Monday so
Wow.
we can just flow properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And let me put this out there. Working with you, for you said for 8 years, which is it just didn't even seem that long because we've been like just connected so well.
Mhm.
The things that you've been doing, like in like doing your music and performing, they came a couple of shows that we had you come and do perform. You toured down that way. You bringing in like other people that you were working with, and everybody out there in Connecticut that was you was like they were following you. They started following us and stuff like that. It was just like watching you grow. Like I think we said this over the phone and stuff. It was like like a proud moment of seeing like like your kid like growing and going to college and doing that
Oh,
whole thing. It's
yeah.
like because you really put in that work. And a lot of people like they'll either leave it or they'll stay around, and that's what you did. You stuck around and you built up your name even more. um and you seem to do it like like eloquently and with ease, like to see how the way that you grew into this industry and to become the powerhouse and the force that you are, for real.
Like I told people, I was so freaked out because I didn't want to fail.
Yeah.
I didn't want to let you down,
Wow.
because at the end of the day, no matter what I did, I was always a reflection of you.
Yeah.
'Cause you was the one who brought me in. So I'm like, Scheme, what does it sound like? How does it sound? How does it sound, Scheme? Can you hear me? Am I
Yeah.
still there? Did the music stop? Oh my God. And I'm texting, but then I'm still like talking to the people.
Right.
It was just freaking me out. But at the same time, I was like, Quest, you got this. You got this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and then what really made me more comfortable with it is the fact that a lot of like my listeners, they will be texting me, right? They will text
Mhm.
me and they was like interacting with my topics through phone. And I'm like, you know what? That's okay. Because it just reminded me that someone is listening.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed. Thank you. Was reassurance that someone is listening. And
Yeah.
even though that was the only way of engaging with me, it made me feel comfortable. And I'm like, no, Quest, this is your chance. You have a voice, but since you're always so quiet and afraid to really speak your mind, because you don't know how people are going to react. I don't fuss, I don't argue, I don't like confrontations.
Yeah.
So in person, I was always quiet. But I'm like, no, this is your chance to feel how you want to feel, speak on what you want to speak on,
Yeah.
and you can finally have a voice to be heard.
Yeah.
All they need to do is hear you, and everything's going to change.
Yeah. It did that. That happened. You over there fanning your eyes? Are you trying to
No,
slow down?
no.
It's gonna be all right. You did it, and this is your moment, and you still got more to go. That's what I like about it is that you're not done. Like you're still making things come to light. And that's the beauty of what you put together here. With your brand and the whole the T Quest effect, and your you actually have the apps and things of that nature. Your music, the videos. I've watched all that stuff that you were doing. Like, I remember when you were doing like the comedy thing. I remember when with Rashid report out there when they whole crew, they didn't even want to be on the phone if you wasn't on the phone.
Oh
So
my
that's the
God,
way that that's the kind of thing you were bringing,
absolutely.
the energy that you brought to everybody, and you're still doing that, and that's definitely a big deal.
The one thing I liked about that was even though we all were from in different states.
Yeah.
I just finally felt like I belong somewhere.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
always had my team. I always had gotta love me, but to be honest, I really never had a team. I just had, oh, thank you. I never had a team. It was just my marketing strategy,
Wow.
that
Yeah.
I'm like pushing my brand as if we was a million people.
Right.
And I'm like, GLM, like, somebody from my team will get back to you. Or, the GLM movement week here, this, that, and third. But the whole time, it was always just me.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm out with my friends, when I put it on social media, I will put TQuest is out with the God Love Me team, and they will, rep it. They won't just discredit it because it's mine, but it still wasn't a real team. It was
Yeah.
still majority time just me. So to be a part of your radio platform and be
Mhm.
like, we got you.
Yeah.
I never wanted to let you down.
He didn't do
And
that.
that's why I'm like, Scheme, how's it sound? What is going on? Like, is it good? Do you like this?
Right.
Because I just always wanted to be accepted and I always wanted to feel like I belong somewhere. And then with me being quiet, even though music took me out my shell to begin with, it was more radio that really broke me out my shell.
Wow. Yeah. I think they did it for me too. To be honest about it, like because I was very introverted about things, so it was just like radio gave me that spot to be able to speak, and like for you just going live, like my first show, I didn't go live. I pre-recorded most of the things I was going to say, and
What?
then played the music live.
And you threw me in there live. That's
Look, because I was having a Howard Stern moment. I remember I was messing everything up, and I was just like.
a
I just like I really did that, and yeah, Godiva put me on, and that was amazing. I always wanted to do radio. I started doing like little mixtape radios, like they were like a radio platform style, and I would
yeah.
put them out there, and guys would encourage me to do more. And it was like a lot of people that was hitting me up about that, and I did two of them, and then that's when I met Godiva, and we did a show in New Jersey, Bricktown, New Jersey, at the Mansion, and I got a shot to do that. And then I started working with like VH1, and that was crazy. And I had MC Light as my first guest.
Dopeness.
Yeah,
I remember when you used to tell me like, yo, I got this celebrity, You want to interview them? I was like, no.
right.
I didn't think I was ready. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't confident enough to like talk to a celebrity. I'm like, oh God, no. Just let me be great the way I'm gonna be great. And we're gonna take it step by step. Let me perfect this first. And even then I was telling artists like, yo, play my music. I'm like, I'm happy to play music. I'm happy to have the platform because I remember as an artist, I didn't know what to have a platform. So now that I have one for you, I'm happy to send it to me. And here I go, like a personality and a DJ. Send me your MP3.
Yes, that's yeah,
Make sure it's tagged properly.
right.
Make sure it's mixed and mastered
Yeah,
because if your stuff is not up to par, I don't want to hear the mouths of the people that's listening because some of them was regular people, music lovers, or
right,
people in the industry.
right,
So
exactly,
I'm like, I can play it off the strength because you're my peoples, but if they don't like it, like that's my name attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Thank
exactly.
you. And I'm just like, and of course, I regretted some of them because it wasn't up to par. I'm like, and y'all like, what are you playing? I'm like, I'm sorry, I did it off the strength. Like, gotta put my peoples on. Gotta put my peoples on.
Exactly.
But it groomed me as not just a personality. It made me break out my shell.
Yeah,
It made me better as an artist because I tell people I like to tap into different things, anything connected to what I'm doing, so I can understand the people I have to work with and I have to deal with and be with on the regular. So it's easier situation when it comes to us working together. With me being on the side, I understand that everything's about timing. Make sure you have the right music. Make sure it's queued up proper, the right proper selections when it comes to
mhm.
promo, having your, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, that I learned all of that. And I was happy to learn it because overall it made me a better businesswoman.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
all goes hand in hand.
so many things. And it's still, I'm still thinking like you do voiceover work, and then you also like you have a clothing line. I don't. Have you wrote a book? I'm not even sure. We got that coming up next.
Yes, is I don't like giving dates anymore because over the years a lot has changed.
Yeah.
A lot has shifted in some crazy traumatic ways, but I always kept a smile on my face.
Yes.
And I still show face, but I can comfortably say that the book you've been waiting for,
wow,
is finally coming out this year.
Wow, look at that's an exclusive.
Right?
We talked about that years ago, right?
I know, you was like, every time you interview, where's the book?
Right. Yeah.
Where's the book? Where's the project? Where's the album?
Right.
And I'm like, I never wanted to get frustrated. I'm like, Quest, you're in the most awkward position. I tell people it's a gift and a curse being me, because it's like people like your stuff.
Yeah.
They want your stuff. But you're allowing other things to distract you. Wow. That every time now I'm talking to people and I'm confident in the interviews, but I wasn't backing it up because of, I call it BS, BTS, BS behind the scenes, and I'm at the point now, like, look, the past is the past.
Yeah.
I ain't even trying to go back there. I'm here today. So whatever y'all need, just know I'm working on it. But at the same time, you guys have to play your part too, as the supporters and all of that. Because I can't front. It was times back then especially when football season was on, and then I had to compete. Right. I don't know if I was competing with football, but it was
Monday night, right?
Monday night something came off. I think wasn't it like wrestling was on Mondays, I think.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, Monday.
And then that's when certain shows was on that was really popular that came on Monday at 8.
Right.
I think when hip hop came out around that time. Everybody was watching that. So I was competing with these popular shows, and I'm just like, and there's certain times I question, like, are people even tuned in?
Right.
Am I just talking to myself? Right. And after a while, I started to get discouraged. And I'm like, I have so much to give, but how do I even know if I have an audience? And I'm just like, but things changed.
Yeah.
And with that, opening that window and me make sure I have my flyers and doing my promoting and telling people who I am and having that platform, it opened doors for me to be on other stations.
Right.
They was like, hey, I see you Ray personality and I got this song for you. I'm like, dope. And hey, so-and-so, he does radio over here, there. And I'm like, no. And then they connected me to them. Then that's when I ended up going to 88.5 FM in Fairfield, Connecticut with DJ Mike. And then of course DJ E came on a few years later, and that introduced me to doing college radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like elevating every platform, and then besides college radio, and then I started doing FM stations, and then another type of college radio back in Massachusetts with DJ Sir Jams. But with him, that with college radio, I don't want to jump, you guys, and if I'm going too fast, let me know. It was a different dynamic because with you guys made it so easy to come from my home, being the computer, and having the headphones, like, a comfort in my home. But I'm just like, it's time to elevate and increase.
Yeah.
And then you was like, you need to have to buy this headphones. Like, you had me prepared, like, get this, get that. I said, I got you. Just let me know. I had to use my sister's desktop. And then when she moved, I was like, she's moving. I can't use her desktop anymore. What do I do? But through the grace of God, that's when I was introduced to DJ Easy Mike and doing college radio. So I was able to travel to that place to do it. And that was a whole new world. Now I'm in front of the big boards.
Right.
I'm like, okay. And I first started on the side of him interviewing me as an entertainer. And I stayed on that side as a guest host. But then when I became host, after I was on that other side for a while, he was like, Quest. I'm like, yes. He was like, you're the host. I'm like, okay. Why aren't you sitting on this side in front of the board? Why are you on the other side like I'm interviewing you every week? I'm like, I mean, you're doing this so well, Mikey. Like, you got that. And I think I was hesitant because it was another big challenge and I didn't want to let him down and I didn't want to fail. Yeah. So I was scared to really be behind the board.
Wow.
He was like, nope, you were the host.
Right.
Hosting. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. So then I sat behind the board. I said, okay, teach me, Mikey, teach me. Here's this is what happens when you're about to go on the air. You see the light come on, then you
Mm-hmm.
talk to the mic. These are the levels, this, that, and the third. When somebody calls in, make sure you press this, you bring that down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, freaking out. He was like, Quest, relax. It's not that hard. I'm like, okay. Someone's calling. It's not coming through. They're like, did you press the button? I was just like, my bad. But I was just like, it was just freaking me out because I'm the type of person, I'm like, I'm gonna act like a baby or a blonde at first
Okay.
until it registers. It won't take long. Don't talk to me like an idiot. Just talk to me
Right.
like a beginner as we elevate. Because I'm gonna elevate real quick. As long as I got that solid foundation from the proper teacher, I'm gonna elevate real quick.
Right. Right.
But we did it, and then after a while, you couldn't tell me now. I'm in front of the
Right.
board. I'm answering the phone. I'm
Yeah.
in front of the mic. Got my headphones. Everything. She got TQuest. You today 8.5 at that. With DJ Easy Mike. Like you, I was on it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then with
Right.
that, the more people seeing my exposure and um elevated to like New York
Yeah.
stations, guests
Yeah.
hosting, and then that was different because with that one, it had cameras. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, okay.
Right. So now you got to add another thing. Yeah. You know.
But it was weird. And once again, that's why around that time I was happy that Facebook came out with Facebook Live.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the main reason, not because of conceited thing. I'm tired of people taking everything I do in a negative way. The reason why I enjoyed Facebook Live is because it was another reassurance that somebody was listening.
Yeah. I'm
You know,
watching.
exactly. So back then, when my listeners used to text me during the show, it was reassurance that they're listening. And then with Facebook Live, it was a reassurance. Because at the end of the day, around that time, nobody's things was working
Yeah.
to show me the numbers. And I'm like, I get it. Things happen. So I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, so I'm going live. And of course, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it's a reassurance that people are listening. But yeah, I'm like, at the same time, I want you to tune in. I want you to tune in from the radio station. I want you to call the line. I want you like to be here, And it was the only time it really backfired was when it came time to one of the New York shows when I told you they elevated and they had cameras
Yeah.
because they want me to look into the camera.
Right.
I'm over here in my comfort zone looking in my phone for the people I know that's
Yeah.
watching and listening. So I
Right.
came off a little negative, but I didn't mean to. I just didn't know how to just doing both.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
That it happens. It happens. But you pulled it through. You definitely did. You
Mm-hmm.
know. You know, and you did great. Hold on, one of my alarms are going off. But this
Okay.
is definitely dope. Hold on.
Now I'm gonna keep going. So then after elevating to New York and now dealing with cameras from regular, then I had to
Always,
go
always
to
staying busy.
there we go. So from New York, I had to like went from regular being my own PD DJ personality. So that's the good thing that you started me off doing everything
Hmm.
because that laid a strong, solid foundation as a personality.
Wow.
Now it's time for the pop quizzes, which was going to a studio and then being behind the boards, answering phones and everything. Then elevating to doing all of that, being engaging, but in front of cameras too. And then when I went to Massachusetts to do radio, theirs was more everything timed.
Right.
Meaning, if you're talking about a segment, you got this amount of time to do
Right.
this. When you're doing commercials, you have to do it in this frame. Then you have to make sure you segue to this, jump to this person. When you answer the phone, you only got a certain amount of time. So now it's like, oh my gosh, I can't just be me. Now it's the next
Right.
test.
Right.
Everything has to be timed. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
okay, it's fine. Let's get to the first one. Where's the clock? Let's go. And even then, I made sure I had my phone. I
Mhm.
make sure I went live because I need a reassurance that someone was
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. But you're on a radio station where you know if people are going like they tuning in if it's college or FM or people are listening in, especially if it's a new personality.
Mm-hmm.
When a new personality comes on, everybody wants to be able like, who's this person, and let's like you're putting yourself out there, so you want to see if they're going to like you or not,
Mm-hmm.
and even that really wasn't the case with you because everybody liked you anyway from what you were doing on the digital radio and things like that. So like going into commercial or going to college radio, all that stuff was like it was just the levels that you had to go through to get to where you are right now. And you you
Yeah.
know you you pretty you could own your own radio station and run it and then teach people how to do all that
And
stuff.
look at that.
Yeah.
8 years later,
Right.
you started me with Gotta Love Me Radio
Yeah.
show.
Right.
And now I own Gotta Love Me Radio station.
Wow. That's great. Congratulations, you're doing it. I need a job.
I got you. I got you. And I've always told you that.
Yeah. That's
That's what
what's up, man.
every year on February 4th, I'll post that pictures and stuff online.
Hmm.
Like it's my anniversary.
Right.
Because radio has, even though I'm an entertainer, I feel like radio has given me a biggest impact because the one thing that was holding me back was my confidence. And not just having the crutch of music as an artist, but the confidence of just speaking to people
Yeah.
and knowing that my voice is being heard finally. That's all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
And radio did that, and it's just like, wow, 8 years later. And now I got my own stations.
Wow. That's so dope.
And now I know if people are watching, I know if people are listening, I can still help the people. I can still put artists in rotation
Yes.
where they can get the credit and the monetization. Like I can really be there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow.
That's the thing. And you pay it for it. That's the thing that what we do. Like people like that. It's like you pay it forward to somebody. You did something for somebody and or somebody do something for you and it helps you along the way, to keep that longevity for your own success is to actually do for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And they always talk about paying like homage to people who came before you. And I get that in the music world. I'm like, I get all that. But the people I pay homage to is the ones who genuinely has helped me personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why no matter what, I'll get to that question in a sec. No matter what, I'm always gonna have schemes back.
Wow.
Anytime you call me like Quest, I need this. I'm like, if I could do it, I got you.
Right. Right.
I need you to perform some information. I got you. If I could be there, I'm there.
Right.
I need this job. Okay.
Right.
I got this artist. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
not that I owe you my life and I'm
No,
forever
it's like
dedicated
it's
dedicated
just
to you. It's just more the fact that I appreciate you for just giving me a chance.
yeah, you made your own opportunity. You was just, like when you're digging a tunnel, you have to start somewhere, you know.
Mhm.
So, if it's on the surface, it's like, oh man, this is hard. I'm using a pick iron. I'm trying to like get through this and make this hole happen, but it's just like I don't see the end of the tunnel. I don't see no light. I don't see anything, but you started to build that, and that's what that, just say it's from that picture. Actually, I want to see that picture. The guitar. I know, right? I need that. I'm about to put that on the shirt. I got to get that. Like
Oh my
this.
god, it's funny because I saw this thing. It's this app on Androids
Mhm.
where most people don't know you got to really dig deep in your Android, and they have their own emojis,
Mm-hmm.
and you can change the clothing on your emojis.
Okay.
And I changed it to that picture, and it's
Oh
like
wow.
1,000 me on a hoodie. It's so dope. Oh my
Oh
god, it's
man.
so dope. I
Yes,
was
I
like, I
will.
need one of those in real life. I need one of
Yeah.
those in real life. Maybe I can trying to find a picture and put it up here. But Yeah, it was craziness. But I want to answer David's question.
Yeah.
What are some of your present and future goals? For the fact that we're talking about radio, I'm just gonna keep it with the radio future goals. My radio goals is to like I'm always trying to elevate and increase in what I'm doing, right? Nowadays it's so much easier for people to be on these platforms, right? But at the same time, in all due respect, they can never be me. They can
Mm.
never do what I do. They can never give the advice that I give. They can't do it like me because they're not TQuest. It's
Right.
not a cocky thing. It's not an arrogant thing. It's just me being honest. So I want to take my show back to where it was just me. Nowadays, I got so comfortable with doing interviews. I'm like, no, Quest, no. Go back to the essence of
Mm-hmm.
you just speaking your mind from your heart and your segments, where even if nobody was around, even if you didn't have a guest, you could still hold it down. And I got too comfortable. Now it goes back to challenging myself, and I want to go back to that. I want to have my segments, queuing up my music again without getting blocked, depending on the platform. And just I want to go back to having fun on my show. After a while, I was like, oh, let me hurry up. I gotta get ready to do the show. I gotta interview this person. I don't want that energy. I just want nothing but positive energy, happy energy, good
Right.
vibes, organic vibes. I want to go back there like, yes, I'm about to do a T-Quest show. Go back to the basic, not getting too comfortable. Like, I don't need to write nothing down. I'm a professional. No, go back to the basics
Yeah.
and have a plan and have structure and then execute that thing. I want to do
Right.
that. And then on top of that, I want to build Gotta Let Me radio station to something so phenomenal, just like the big syndicated stations.
Yeah.
So people like, yo, I'm about to go tune into Gotta Let Me radio. Even like now, the ones who do tune in, they're enjoying the content that they're
Right.
hearing to the point they're requesting certain things. And once again, it's that reassurance that I hear you. And that's what it's all about. I just want you to hear me. And it's like, oh, I
Right.
like this, blah, blah, blah. And if there's any concern, you think you can blah, blah, blah. I said, if I can get it done and it's something that connects to my vision, I got you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
want to take it so far. Even a T Quest show, I kind of want to take it where Steve Harvey, Tom Joyner, Ricky
Right.
Smiley,
Yeah.
where that I want to build eventually a phenomenal team that if I happen to go on tour, because I'm always gonna be an entertainer.
Right. Right. That's what we
I'm
do.
always gonna be in event holes and of course to be authors. So I'm gonna be touring a lot. So I can't always be in front of the mic, even though I can bring it with me, but I don't want to always have to be in front of the mic. I want to make sure I have a phenomenal team that can
Right.
deliver the vision for the T Quest brand. Kind of like Oprah.
Okay.
Wendy, you know what I'm saying? Like Oprah got her own everything.
Yeah.
She got a talk show, she got her magazine, she got a radio network. I mean her TV network,
Right.
and they respect her so much that they still rock with it regardless, even with her name on it. Sometimes I wanted to brand myself under Gotta Love Me so it don't seem so feminine, so it don't look like so much T-Quest that guys don't want to rock with it. But I'm just like, you know what? Oprah Harpo, she out, and
Right.
I can be out here too. Tyler Perry does everything. He's starring the show. He edited it. He
Hmm.
writes it. He sings it. Like T Quest, T Quest, T Quest, T Quest,
Oh
T
yeah.
Quest, T Quest, T
Oh yeah.
Quest.
Make it a brand. Oh
Exactly.
yeah. Branded all the way out. Yeah. That's why I do Skinny Beats Radio. That's all the way across the board. The personality is just Mr. Style. You know what I mean? I had to change it into that because I was honoring my dad. But
Mhm.
yeah, I like it's Skinny Beats Radio all the way through. And I'm so happy for you and everything that you're doing. And I can see you like reaching to all of the plateaus you're gonna, make it to. It's just it's a great situation that you worked yourself through because nobody can take any of that away from you. Remember that because you work for that. Like you put that work in, and nobody can say, "Oh, I did this." That like I was just there. Like you just like the conduit for that. Like here, you could do this, but then you was the one who was driving the vehicle. You know what I mean? I was like, "Here, here's some keys. You want to drive this car?"
Yes, yes.
You
Let me
like
do
it,
it.
you know?
Let me drive it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nervous at first because some people are nervous the first time they get behind the wheel,
Oh yeah,
but you're
yeah.
like, I got you. I'm right here with you.
Right, right. You got
So
the emergency brake.
let's do this thing and let's ride out until, on the road.
I had a question for you though.
What
I
up?
know because we used to do like a lot of like couples type of thing, and like and it was like real like grown folk people talk. And I know that Valentine's Day is coming, so you have anything coming up for that?
Um, well, radio wise, I was actually supposed to start my new show, Date with TQuest, and it's supposed to be virtual, just like this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be me and whoever on the other side. Majority of the time might be a man, but you never know. It might be a woman that be like, Quest, I want to take you on a virtual date. You just never know. But that's how I started the Date with T Quest show.
Okay.
And that's what we're supposed to do for the month of February, the month of love, black love, and all this stuff. And it was supposed to be fun. And it was supposed to be different dates to different people. And then, I have my relationship panel. So far, no man has been brave enough to kick off the show.
Oh, well,
I don't know, but
here's the platform. Let them know. I see them popping up.
All right, so let's do a commercial.
Okay.
It is February, the month of love. And T Quest is trying her best to start a new show called Date with T Quest. It will be virtual, just like this. And we're just going to be conversing like on an actual date, right? An actual date. And it's gonna be just like this. We're gonna be conversing because if you're like a dinner or something or an ice cream parlor or something, it's just you two sitting at the table regardless. So this really is no different, and it'll probably be like 30 minutes or so. And then after that is when we have the judge and relationship panels and stuff talking about the date. And of course, people may be commenting and we're gonna bring it up on the screen. But I'm gonna try to ignore it as much as I can. Look, see, now that's my executive producer. Shout out to DJ Mark J. He's like, when we get off the show, I said, when we get a contestant. But as you can tell, DJ Cyclops said he will be a contestant.
Oh, see, there it is.
So I guess it's time. Oh gosh.
No buffalo chicken. What's that?
Because everybody knows I love buffalo chicken chicken wraps, buffalo chicken egg rolls, buffalo chicken pizza. Like I'll be cooking a buffalo chicken dip, all types of ways. Well, he being a hater right now.
Okay.
But if the person is smart, and to be honest, like if it's like a dinner date, if they smart, they would DoorDash. So all I gotta do is open the door for me.
That's dope.
We can do ice cream days. We both have ice cream on both sides. Coffee days. We have coffee on both sides. Just something really fun. Right. And I think it'll be entertaining since now we have so much virtual things.
Right.
That people will probably be interested in looking at a virtual date online. I think it'll be cute.
I like to see what that looks like.
We're gonna put it together. It's gonna be super fun. And now that we have a contestant, and there's another one, so I don't know if he was like serious, but we'll see. And we're gonna do it, and I'm definitely gonna let you know. I'm gonna send you links so you can watch. And it's not gonna be too long, maybe like 30 minutes, and then we're gonna do it. But I think it's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be educational, and we're gonna talk about like do's and don'ts, and take it from there. But outside of that, I don't have any Valentine's Day plans. I kind of really never do. Even though it's the month of love, and I always say it's my second favorite month of the year because October is my first. I never really have like real Valentines, like Quest, would you be my Valentine? I'm like, of course, little girly moments I be talking about. I don't really get a chance to experience that in real life. Yeah. So this will be another year we're not experiencing it, but I will write about love. I'm writing a love song for sure. And, maybe one day I'll be able to experience a real T-Quest or Tara. Because I put on game one time. They say if you talk to a guy and you like him and he asks you your name, you tell him your real name. Don't be on this promotion type thing. Put on games. So if I introduce myself to a guy and it's not business type, I'm going to tell him my name is Tara. But maybe one day I'll be able to do the normal experience and be in my Valentine face to face, and experience being all girly.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Ill. No, I'm joking. It's not ill, but I tell you, I don't feel bad about it. It just hasn't been my reality. In the moment it does, I'm gonna look forward to it. I call it the high school giggle moment. It's like for me. You see how you get high pitch.
Right.
Yeah, but for now, I think Valentine's Day is on a Sunday.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess for that Sunday, I'll just be chilling, you know,
Okay.
and probably laying around with some lingerie, watch rom-coms, romantic comedy
Okay.
movies on TV, Netflix and chill by myself.
Wow, that's how you doing it?
I mean, at the end of the day, I tell people I'm what you call single and secure,
Okay.
which means I know who I am. I know my relationship status. I do not feel incomplete because I'm not in a relationship. I don't feel incomplete because there's not like a man like here. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
don't feel unfulfilled or non-satisfied because of this and that. It's not like I have needs. You know how people get, I got needs and I need somebody that please me and blah 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 me let it. Like it'd be nice, but if without it, I'm still okay because I'm still whole within myself,
Right.
So that's why I wrote articles about it in my as a journalist about Valentine's Day is a man-made holiday, just like everything else. And some people, I'm like, some of the bitter people, they be like, well, you shouldn't only love people on one day, you should love people all year round. I said, that's the case. You might as well break down every single holiday. It's the same
Right.
thing with Thanksgiving. Yes, you're not supposed to give things on one day, you're supposed to give it all year round. Yeah, yeah. Most people say that because they don't experience these holidays the way they wish they could. So they kind of use it as a comfort thing. At the end
Right.
of the day, yes, that is the man-made holiday when people supposed to show love, give out chocolates and teddy bears and hearts and edible arrangements, which I am a fan of, hint hint. But if you don't get that from somebody else, life still goes on. You're still gonna be okay. You can get it for yourself. We're all adults. If you like
Right.
arrangements, instead of being sad that someone's not sending you one, go buy yourself one. Or you could be like me. I'll just make it.
Okay.
I
That's
know
what's
how to make chocolate covered strawberries, apples, bananas, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I
chocolate covered
do.
bananas.
Huh?
So chocolate covered bananas.
Yo, you on game when it comes to edible arrangements?
Oh no.
Yes, because I used to work there too. That's why I know how to make all that stuff.
I
And
just order from Godiva or like
oh,
I seen somebody put
you
Russell
bougie,
stove, but
bougie,
none of
bougie.
those.
It's funny. So that's funny, right? Because with Russell Stovers, I used to be like, ew, that stuff is nasty, blah, 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 right? But to be honest, now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe it was never nasty. Maybe I was just a child and the
Oh,
different taste they had was a little different. Because now that I have a box, someone sent me, I'm like, this song is pretty good. I'm like, so I apologize
right.
for Stovers, my bad.
Mm.
But then again, they probably elevated over the years.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
So I think they just know they stepped the game up because they probably had a little bit of complaints. Like, look, if you're gonna make overpriced chocolate, at least have some chocolate people actually want to taste and eat, not take a look, little piece like, ew, not the pink one. Like, they don't want to go through all of that. But yeah, like I tell people, if it's a day and you're not being showered in gifts, it's okay. Shower yourself. Take a shower. No,
Right.
run a bubble bath if that's what you like. Let's watch rom-coms, romantic comedy that makes you
Yeah.
happy. Put on your favorite love music. Whatever makes you happy. Be your own Valentine. That's called self-love holiday.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and then they have the friend one, which I think is the day before or the day after,
The
another new
13th.
holiday.
Well, they changed that because I thought that was the side piece day or something I heard.
One of them is a side piece day, and one of them is a friend one.
Okay.
So I don't know. Me personally, I'm celebrating every day.
Right. Yeah, you
You
gotta
know,
help someone every
every
day.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I tell people, yes, we, because I'm in there with them. We have to try our best to stop looking at the glass half empty and look at this half full.
Uh-huh.
Like, um, a lot of things is like at parties and events. I don't want to be sad about the ones who didn't make it because now I'm not giving attention to the ones who actually showed up.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the ones who didn't vote for me. I want to thank the ones who actually voted for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be mad at the ones who didn't support me, buy my clothing line, buy my music stuff, which is on my website. I just want to say thank you to the ones who did.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to do with this holiday. If you don't have a Valentine, if you don't have a man, woman, whatever your situation is, be your own love. It's called self
Yeah.
love.
Oh yeah.
We're all grown. Do what you got to do for you. And
Oh
if
yeah.
someone else do something for you, it's a bonus. If they don't, it is what it is. Always
Mm.
look at people doing things for you as a bonus, then it won't hurt as bad when they don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
true.
it's craziness. Aw, thank you. Go buy my music from my website. It's up there. Any more teddy bears? Okay, so now I have like 10 or 11 babies, and I love my babies.
All right.
They make me so happy, you
That's
know?
good.
They do. Because the reason why I started getting my teddy bears is because, I'm away from my family. I'm in the Midwest, and
Yeah.
the
Me
pandemic was
too.
so uncomfortable. Um, uh, on top of me already being uncomfortable with the whole shift and change in my life with the whole
Yeah.
moving and all that stuff. And I'm like, Quest, you gotta think hard, Quest. Think hard. Outside of music, what was something that used to make you happy? Think, Quest. Think. I thought about it. Teddy bears.
Nice. That's great.
So then, started like, I want teddy bears, people. I give you teddy bears. And I got my teddy bears. They make me happy. You know,
Yeah.
there's some of them I used to, during 2020, used to cry myself to sleep in,
Wow.
because I'm like, there's nobody here and I'm sad. And I'm not going to show it on camera because when it comes to radio, to me, it's like, job. You leave your problems at
Yeah.
the door.
Right.
So I never show those emotions on camera. So I just cry into my teddy bears. You know what I'm saying? Oh, love you too, Tommy. Shout out to TJ. TJ was one of the first viewers that listened to Gotta Love Me Radio 8 years ago.
Wow. All right. Big up.
And he's been following the shows ever since, you know. And I just want, since he's up here, I just want to say thank you, Tommy, for always supporting TQuest and on my radio endeavors, you know. Same thing with David. He's came into my life
Yeah.
during this shift of awkwardness at the perfect time, to the point I've literally said to him, are you like my guardian angel? Where did you come from? How do you know me? Like, did I come up with people you may know? Who's our mutual friends? You know? And it's definitely been there, and just continue like, Quest, you're gifted, you're talented, you deserve it. I'm like, I hear y'all, but life don't always connect with that. It's not the same. I hear y'all, but I'm just waiting for it to be my reality. I'm patient, I'm still positive, I'm still smiling, I'm still lovable, but things happen. And even with my sister, of course she's been there since birth, but even getting her into the social media world and doing podcasting, to the point yesterday when I was watching her show, I was a little upset because I had so much going on, but I'm like, I have to be here for her.
Yeah.
At the point, I'm like, I'm not really gonna be on camera much, but I'll be the executive producer. I'm gonna be behind the scenes, make sure everything's good, and just to watch her and just to see how she's blossomed on social media and being a personality, I was like, Quest, you did that.
Right. That's how
Tell
you're
her
gonna
that's
do
good.
it. See that?
Like
Pay it
she
forward.
just flows with it just the way. Like I'm like, dang, yes.
She's been watching you.
Yes. I'm like, yes. Right? Just like with DJ Mark J, I've known him for a few years in the DJ world and all this stuff. But when he started wanting to do his podcast and everything, I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, I use StreamYard as my platform. So how do you use it? I taught him a few things that I knew. Next thing I know, he's soaring. He got his background like, yo, Quest, you need your backgrounds. I'm like, first of all, don't be coming in here telling me what I need when I'm the one who's helping you with everything. Right? And he's like, nah, you need to upgrade and you need to do this and that. You gotta get your background, you gotta get your green screen, you gotta get your webcam, you gotta get this, that, and the third. I'm just like, first of all, don't be all up on my stuff. But he's right. Because if I'm really trying to do this, I can't be half stepping all the time because it's my time. Like David said, it's my time.
Right.
I have to step it up. If I want to be a respectable rated personality, for the fact that everything now is more visuals, my visuals has to change.
There you go.
So I changed it and I invested in it this year going forward because I want to be the best me I can be in any avenue that I decide to be in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Squeaky?
Yeah. Go do it. That's what it's all about. You can put in a lot of work, and this is the fruit of your labor. I actually put that in the line. Oh, yeah. Work. You put the work in, you will definitely see it. Like if you're planting your seeds and say, "Well, man, it's not growing and that's not doing it right," and but you keep, doing what you need to do for it, keep watering it right, and keep nurturing it right, you'll see it grow, and that's what you did.
So I really want to thank you for being there,
Yeah.
giving me a chance, never giving up on me,
Right.
and still respecting me as a personality, as an artist, as an entertainer, as a businesswoman. And I feel like you've never doubted it. You just wanted more from me because you know that I had more to give
Right.
throughout the years. That's how I feel. So
Yeah.
I can't speak for anybody else that you worked with, dealt with, or dealing with. Me personally, TQuest, I'm going to say that I appreciate you. And I've seen all the hard work you've put in over the years for so many people. And I personally feel that you are underappreciated, you know?
I don't know. I was down in Atlanta this week, and they really showed me a lot of appreciation.
They
I
said
was
it
like, I was overwhelmed with the appreciation.
because
It
they
was dope.
should. It's
Yeah, it was
long
dope. It was
overdue.
really dope.
And
It was really dope.
that's
They
why I
lifted
feel
me out.
now. I'm just like, I don't want to think about the dark past of the
Yeah.
grind, wondering why people wasn't there and supporting. Like, that stuff hurts too much. I'm
Yeah.
focused on today.
Hmm.
And today, 8 years in the making.
Wow.
From that one
Definitely.
day on that desktop back in Sonia, Connecticut, in the middle of a blizzard, like almost 2 feet of snow outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, we in here. It's your girl T Quest. You were tuning to Gotta Love Me Radio.
Right.
Stop now.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, and I guess the internet, big up. Yeah, David. So yeah, I think we are friends on Facebook. Big up. Um, yeah, I think that people who are like when it does, like right now we're in a pandemic and stuff like that, staying home. Now more people are listening more, but we had to really go out there and get people to listen to the show, and fans, and promotion, and social media has really changed a lot, throughout the years. Like I can remember when I first got live,
Yeah.
and me and DJ Brooks Style, so I know you know who he is too. And we used to do our show 5 days, 6 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
be on the air, and we just love to do it, a 2 hour show every day. And we always had to have a guest every day, so it was one of those kind of things. So like producing your own show and then promoting your own show, it takes a lot, but
Yes.
you got to have the passion and the energy, and the love of what you're doing, because trust and believe, it ain't a ton of money in this. Only the people thinking that it's a lot of money in the radio thing if you don't have your own, you know what I mean? But so you got to go out there and find ways to get like revenue and bringing resources.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's funny you say that because I said that the other day. Um, with me wearing so many different hats, people don't realize I always have a smile on my face, but it's not easy, and I
Right.
try to really think about it. And even when it came to radio, I was like, you know what I think? I think all these people that are listening, they think they're doing their job just by listening. I'm listening.
Right.
You're welcome. I'm just like, there's only one problem. There's no man behind the scenes when
Yeah,
it
I'm
comes
all
to the
I'm
T
thinking
Quest
about this.
show, when it comes to Gotta Love Me Radio. There's no man behind the scenes. On the syndicated bigger stations, the man pays them to be there. As independent, we have to find ways to get paid.
Right.
No, so I'd be like, no, don't just listen. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm trying to promote to you. That's what I need you to listen to and then execute on. If I'm telling you about my voice services, you need to either use it for your own businesses or tell your friends that may be entrepreneurs who may need my services or your DJs who may need my services. Just like my clothing line, I talk about it. Don't just say you see pictures, you like it, go and purchase it. If I'm telling you my music is on my website for you to buy, don't be like, that's what's up. I like your music. I'm streaming it. Bump that stream 0.001 of a cent. Go to the site and purchase the song. You know what I'm saying? I've elevated and invested in my app and my website and found ways to sell my music on my site for my fans and supporters. So go do your part. You just listening is not helping me because I'm doing my part as an entertainer. I'm doing my part as an entrepreneur. You have to actually do your part as the fan, supporter, and consumer. And I say it a lot, not in a weird way, just keeping it a buck. You just tuning in, I appreciate that. But it's still more on your side you need to deliver on. When people like, oh, because I rock with you, I support you heavy. I'm sorry. How do you do that? I've always been down for you. I'm like, I've never seen you at a show.
Wow.
You've never bought any of my music. You never bought any of my clothing line. You've never even shared any of my products. Even the free stuff you haven't done. I'm just wondering, how are you supporting me exactly?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're trying to do me like that. Am I really doing you like that? Or I'm just being honest with you. I don't want the tension, but if you bold enough to address me and say, I appreciate you and I always rock with you heavy, why can't you show proof of the rocking? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I may laugh and I may joke 24/7. But behind the scenes, your girl TQuest ain't happy because I still gotta keep things afloat.
Yeah.
I still gotta make sure my shows is good. I gotta make sure my promo is good. I gotta make sure that every time when it comes to this station, guess what? Somebody has to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, we use these platforms to tell our stories, to let you know about our brand and our businesses, to let you know what we got going on and what we selling. So as the people that are listening, you're supposed to listen, understand, and then execute. Especially if it's something that you may need or someone may need. We always talk about coming together to be here for someone. I'm at the point, I don't want to hear no more talking. I'm all about that action. And it's not to be funny, but my thing is, I can't force nobody to do nothing, right?
Right.
It's my job as an entrepreneur and a promoter to get it out there. That's it. It's my job to get it out there. It's my job to have quality music, quality products, quality clothes, everything, materials, quality services. It's my job to put it out there. Now, it's your job to listen. If you don't rock with it, I respect it. But if you rock with it, if you like it and it's great, and then you don't do nothing after that, now we have a problem. I tell people, yes, you see me every day online. I'm smiling, I'm joking. I'll be posting my little pictures, because I'm cute. Yes, I have to make sure TQuest stay on your mind. It's called marketing and branding.
Right.
But at the same time, you really think I'm one of them chicks that want to hear y'all talking about, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so cute. Yo, I like this song. Yo, that thing look hot. Okay. Newsflash, I'm not materialistic. I'm not vain. If I come off that way, you reading it wrong. And I'm just like, okay, now what you gonna do? I literally had to check somebody who's been following me for over 10 years.
Wow.
And all they do is, hey, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. Oh, I love that song. Oh, this and there. I'm like, okay. And then this year, I'm like, yo, you like my stuff? Really like my stuff, huh? You think I'm hot? You gonna buy some yet? Like, and I'm just not trying to be funny. They don't realize how insulting it is. It's hurtful. Once you say you here, and once you say you rocking, and once you say you supporting, and you got my back, and you see my greatness, if you don't put the action behind it, all you're doing is insulting me and making this relationship uncomfortable. It's just like when you're in a relationship, yeah, we're gonna be together. We're here for each other. I'm gonna support you. I'm ready to die. I got your back. But then when you don't, you're breaking a dynamic.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to be here. You chose to be here. So when you're actually going to show that you're here, you be like, honey, I'm home. But if I don't see you and I don't feel you and I don't feel your presence to let me know you here, it don't count.
Yeah, that's true. So y'all guys go out there and go cop those joints. Go get it right now. That's what that means.
In conclusion,
Go get that merch and all
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Like, cause you know how it is, Kim. You've been
Right.
grinding and all this stuff for years. You know how it is. You know
Yeah.
how it be.
Right.
I'm not just talking from the side of my neck. Every time I meet a new entrepreneur and they come to me for consultation and guidance and stuff, they tell me the same stuff. Well, I don't understand. I'm like, you would never understand.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who do less than you but soar above you. You would never understand.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's just always about regrouping, rebranding, re-educating yourself, re-strategizing, re-everything. Hashtag re. Okay?
Right.
And figure out what works for you, what don't works for you, and call it a day. Even when it comes to people, just because you grew up with people, you don't owe them your life. You don't have to be friends with them by default. Just because you was locked up, somebody was writing you. Thank you for being my pen pal for 7 years. I'm out now, about to live my best life. You know, we can go to lunch, but now it's time for my little freedom. Thank you. They don't, you don't owe them nothing. If you
Right.
now, if you say something, then you should live up to it, but you don't owe them nothing. Just like with people. Yeah, we could be cool, but you outgrow people.
Yeah.
Outgrow people. You know what I'm saying? I think, matter of fact, Camilla, right? She mentioned this yesterday. Something similar to that when you how you sometimes you may outgrow people. It's not a
Okay.
bad thing. It's
No.
just life.
Yeah. It happens. Yeah. 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 I've outgrown people, but I keep those bridges there to make sure they can pass when they're ready to pass, like cross over that bridge and roll with us. Like say, like you can't work with us on that side of the bridge. I've had people I haven't talked to in years, and they come back. People I went to, I worked with as interns with us. People who I've mentored, and they weren't there yet, but but now they come back, years later, say, hey man, you remember me? Or they got my number still, or email me, and we do things like, okay, yeah, now you're ready to rock. But I don't like I don't know if it's outgrown, but it's more like I'm just on a different direction or a different path than they are. And then once they can get into that lane, then it's okay. Yeah, now you're ready. So let's work. Let's rock out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's certain people you be like, I'm good, but thank you. I still
Yeah. Yeah.
the best. But then there's others when they come out, hey, I see you doing your thing. I'm like, I'm just out here walking in my greatness. What up? I was wondering, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so let's talk. I'm not gonna kumbaya with you because clearly we don't talk anymore for a reason. I'm not gonna automatically be your best friend, but if you really want to handle business or something, I'm here. Let's talk. I remember one time someone contacted me and they was like, dang, Quest. I was like, hello to you too. I'm like, what's up? It was like, nah, you ain't checking up on you, unfriending me. Like, it's like that. I'm like, well, in all due respect, you just now figured out why I unfriended you. I did that years ago.
Wow.
And then I'm like, and to be honest, the reason why I unfriended you is because as I elevate and increase in life, you know me, Scheme, I'm everywhere. I used to do thousands of shows a week, which means
Yeah.
I'm meeting new people every day.
Mm-hmm.
Social media only gets you Facebook only gets you 500, 5,000 friends.
1,000. Yeah.
I've been hit that years ago. So
Not me.
if I meet new people that I am now doing business with or networking with or potential fans or clients, and I'm already at 4,999, of
Wow.
course the people I don't interact with no more got to get the boot. It's
Yeah.
nothing personal. But average people, and I ain't average, they would throw it in your face like you the one that's doing something wrong. Dang, you unfriended me? Yes, I did. And I did it because we don't converse and I needed a space for people I'm doing. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not.
It's not. And they make it seem like I'm being Hollywood. I'm like, nah, you just being sensitive and I ain't catering to your nonsense.
Right.
Because just like right now, it's not like I was on your mind and you hitting me up because you want to check on me. Now, you probably saw me doing something great because my page is open and you want to know what's going on with that. And that's why you typed in my name and my messenger popped up. Look at that. We're not even friends, but you still know how to contact me.
Right.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I get it. Here's the peep. Here we go. I got it. Oh no, no, you gotta watch. It's gonna be cute. Oh no, no, I'm so sorry. It's not that I didn't want to be friends with you. It's just like I just be moving and I didn't have no room, so I had to start, taking people out. I'm so sorry. You my boo. I'm
Wow.
saying like I just didn't have no more rooms. I didn't. That's all it was. But it's all love. I'm here. Talk to me. What do you need from me? Talk to me. I'm here for you.
Right.
I ain't doing all that. No, no, Steve. No. No. I did that years ago.
Right.
Years ago.
Change up
I used
all
to
that.
apologize to people for not being here for them, and they beck and call or text them back within 3 seconds, calling them back within 2 seconds. Make sure I'm there. I used to apologize. I'm like, why are you being apologizing for being busy? Why are you being apologizing for handling your business? Why are you apologizing for doing what you're supposed to be doing as an adult? For people that really don't care, or if you need them, won't even be there for you if you need them.
Right. If it's not that important to get back to somebody, if it's not on the agenda of business that we're doing, I rather I get back to people days later, maybe a week later. I'm like, oh, I missed your
Mhm.
call. Like,
And they get offended. I'm like,
oh yeah. But I'm like, oh, what was he talking about? I was like, oh, it really wasn't. I was just seeing what was up. Oh, okay.
then you can be left on red. I normally would not. I never. This is hard to me. Facts. This is so true. It's so true. And my thing is, I tell people, I treat everyone the way I desire to be treated, whether they treat me that way or not. Right?
Right.
I'm nice and polite and kind to everybody.
Right.
So that once go back to my life being a gift and a curse,
Mm-hmm.
everyone feels entitled. Everyone feels important. Everyone feels like they're on top of the list because of the way I treat them, because most people don't treat them that way. But they gotta realize, not trying to be funny, but I treat everybody the same. I laugh and joke with everybody. I'm respectful with everyone. I'm kind to everybody. But in their mind, well, she's so nice to me. That means I must be someone of importance to her. It's not like you're in someone of importance to me. You're not at the top of my list, but you are someone important, and I value you. But don't put me on a pedestal that I don't need to be on in your life because it makes me uncomfortable. And now I got to live up to expectation I never asked for. That's why I did an article. No, he be aggy. He definitely be aggy. But he only aggy because he wants the best for me. I say, you be yelling at me and telling me this, that, and that, like you somebody dead. He say, the same thing you say to me, the same thing my daughter said to me. What's your point? I'm like, I get it. You just want me to be great. Exactly. I'm like, okay. But my thing is, I treat everyone the same, but it backfires because now they feel entitled.
Right.
Like, dang, Quest, I called you and hit me back. I'm like, back then, I'm so sorry. I just been really busy. Nowadays, I'm like, I'm busy.
Yeah, but if they see you, if they're following you that closely, then they see that you are that busy. Like I only post up on social media like once in a while. I check out other things, but then I'm like, I have so much of my time is doing business, that I don't have time just to reach out to the social media like I used to do so much. And now I find myself I'll see something I post up 8-10 hours earlier, and then it's still up there, like those kind of things. But
Yeah.
because I'm always like dealing with phone calls, I deal with so many different people now that my Rolodex is off the charts, and it's always like somebody I'm talking to people in other countries. So it's
Mm,
like it's so different than it was, say even 8 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I've
yeah.
had so much time for people in those days, and now it's like, okay, well, if you was on the train with me when it was going slower, now it's going faster. If I didn't have that much time for you today, it's okay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We'll get up, but like with you, you're on that same train. Like we're on that bullet train. We're like feel, you know what I mean? When we catch each other like that. I mean, there was times when you would just call me to say we don't even want to talk business. This what's been going on, like that kind of stuff, because we're constantly moving, like moving and shaking. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess you got it, DJ Mark.
You know what?
You said it's tough. No, questions.
It's fine. I'm so here for that. Mm-hmm. We're always on the media. How are we building business? That girl. Let me correct, lady. It's so true. It's to the point now. I tell people, come 2021, that TQuest y'all knew, it's gonna be a newer version of her. Not in a negative way, but in a way that's gonna make people uncomfortable. Why? Because I'm no longer at your beck and call.
Yeah.
And so if I swear for God, one day when I went to Colorado for a week, right? Like a day or so, somebody hit me up. They got mad at me.
Wow.
I'm on vacation. Why are you mad at me?
Wow.
Because you just used to hear from me all the time.
Right,
But
right.
can I breathe? What people don't realize is I don't want to be on social media 7 days a week. I have to because this is the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? In my line of business as a voiceover specialist, I have to be on call.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my song, what up? It's my livelihood. My fam gotta eat.
Right.
So I have to be like a doctor. When they call me, I gotta be like, yo, what's up? What you need?
Mm-hmm.
Like the hustle joke. Well, hell, we know what you mean. I got that work. Like that's my life right now. Until I can be in a comfortable place that I'd be like, look, if you need anything, just email me. I'm taking the weekend off. I got you on Monday. I ain't there yet because I'm still hungry and I'm still grinding and I'm still in these streets. So I'm like, no. But everything else, I'm like, y'all gotta give me a break. I said, y'all getting too comfortable. Too comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That's not your fault. It's my fault. So since I acknowledged it, it's time for me to change it up, maneuver differently. So now I'm like, well, I got your, yes, I got your message. I've been busy. Or they call me, you busy? Yes. You don't call me back? No. But they say it was busy. I said, no disrespect. Every time you call me, I'm gonna be busy. It's like,
I'm saying, leave it, drop a line, leave a message. You got my email, like hit me up, because that's the thing. I'm gonna catch up to all that stuff, but right now I'm working on this right here. I have to take care of this. This is what's getting me bread. This is how I eat. This is how I take care of my fam. This is what I need to do right now. If it's not gonna do that, then it's stagnating me. And not to even use like a hard word like that, but it is, because it's like I'm here to do this. When I'm on social media and somebody sends me something like a message, I'll check it out on my phone. It says it, the comment, boom, it comes right up on the top of my screen. I read it. If it's important, it's going to be towards business, boom, I jump right on it. If it's just something like, for, ish and giggles, okay, I'll get back to you. You know what I mean? But other than that,
Hema. Yo, you know what really be pissing me off? Facebook. Because that green light, son. I could be up working on something. I could be working on a flyer,
oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
some
yeah.
vocal edits, late night, an article for a magazine that I work for. You just never know. That green light be on? Son, if the green light is on, that does not mean it's on to let you know I'm here.
Right.
I'm looking for someone to talk to. I'm looking for someone to cupcake with at night. No. The green light says that the person is active, which means I'm active doing something.
Right.
Don't bother me.
Right. I see what the kids are using now, the D&D. So does that work? Does people working using that?
I don't.
It's the do not disturb. You got that button on your phone now. So D&D, they say just D&D, and then I can do whatever I want, and then I don't have to be disturbed. That is so dope. That's the new thing. I hear kids like, I'm about to D&D you. Like, I'm like, what was that? Do not disturb, and you can still do whatever you want, and it will not know. You're like you're a ghost.
Do that. Don't. The aqua part about it is, even though that sounds really good, I would never. Talks about the green light. This is what I mean. Facts. Because they be like, "Hey, what's up?" I don't respond. Why? Because I'm not here to have a conversation with you. If I'm up 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, it's because I'm doing something.
Yeah,
I
working.
tell people, guess what? I'm never bored.
Yeah.
I'm never looking for somebody to talk to. I'm never looking for, hey, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. What you doing? Call me. That would never be me. Do not disturb
You
life.
don't get it.
It's
Yeah.
fact. But I would never be that person. And that's what people have to understand. I try to disable the green light so he said it's not gonna work.
No, it's like I was at D&D.
But like I think it was like a year ago. I think I wrote on Facebook. I'm like, if Facebook tell you I'm active, I'm actively minding my business. Do not disturb me. Okay?
Right.
It's not disturbing. And of course, some people think it as something inappropriate. But even if it was, if I'm active, why are you bothering me? What I
Right.
gotta do?
Yeah.
Put a picture of a sock on my
I don't
social
think there's a etiquette for social media when somebody wants to read it. It's not like you wouldn't call somebody on their phone at their house at a certain time, but if you on social media, you'd be like, oh, they up. Let me just
Absolutely.
say whatever.
But let me speak from a therapist perspective
Uh-huh.
and from a real perspective. There was a time when the world was open years ago, and I used to do like 1,000 gigs a week
Uh-huh.
and coming home late night. And I'm like, now I'm driving back home because you know me, I'm my own driver, my own promoter, my own everything.
Do everything. Yeah.
So 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving home, 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, depending where I'm coming from. And I will actually look for that green light.
Wow.
I'm just being honest because I care a lot of my people. I used to look for that green light to see who was on, to see who was active. Cause I'm just like, I need somebody to talk to my ride. Yes, the music is on, but I feel like since I'll be so exhausted, if I'm talking to someone, it will keep me up longer than me just listening to music. Cause I used
Right.
to be delirious. I used to work at the office from 10 to 14 hours, go home, shower, get Questify, go to a show, and then I'll be back a couple hours later. I remember my birthday. I think it was
Wow.
my 29th birthday or something.
Wow.
I
I
went to
thought you still was in your 20s. I think you're like 25.
thank you.
Find out.
Now, I went to work that day. Then I was like, I gotta go. Like I gotta go. And
Hmm.
then I went home, shower, got Questified, and I had to do a TV show, which was like an hour away. And
Wow.
then I had to do another performance, which was like 25 minutes away from there. And then after that, I had to go to the club for my birthday. I went there. No, I'm lying. Then I had to stop somewhere really quick. Quick guest appearance was like 15 minutes away from there. And then I had to go to the club, which was like 45 minutes away from there. And then after that, I had to go to
Oh,
the after spot, was like 10 minutes away from there. And then the diner. And then I went right back to work.
wow.
When I
That's a lot.
and I used to do stuff like that a lot, and but that was my birthday. I wanted to make sure I was at all these places, so I went to all these places and
Wow.
still went to work the next day.
See, I
You
would
know,
have went to work, but that's neat. I used to work at nights. I was thinking too. I was like, you were up in Connecticut, I was in Jersey, and then you was down south. I was down south, and now we in the Midwest. Like I'm following you all around the
I
country.
know you're in Stalker. Where we going next, Cali? I
Yeah, I love that West Coast sun. The
know you
sun,
do. But
that sun
one
is
thing,
great.
one thing about it is, I've always knew what I wanted and destined to do, and
Nino found it.
of course he did.
I'm
He's
sorry.
like a tech god. Of course he will find it. Yo, just let me know.
Use it, bro. Use it.
Let me know how that thing
It's the
works.
trendy. It's the trend right now.
It's gonna start trouble. It's gonna start trouble. My thing is, I always knew what I wanted to be. I always know what I was destined to be. The role was rough because you already know the beginning start. I didn't have nobody to show me nothing, none of the ropes. I didn't have no what do they call mentors. I had literally nothing getting into industry.
Mhm.
Nobody in my family did music. It was no one. I just threw myself to the wolves, got bit, stabbed, scarred, trampled on, traumatized, went through everything with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? That's funny because she gonna really probably gonna use that D and D. But I'm still here, right? And then you know me, I would be at work all day long. If I had 2 jobs, I went to work, then I went to work, then I went to perform, then went back to work, and then perform in the same pattern. And then there'd be days where I have show back to back. I remember one time I had something to do. I had a fashion show in New York. Then I had to drive to the other side of Connecticut to go host the thing. And it was like crazy. I'm like, what? Nope, this is my fashion. Let me fit the models. While they're modeling my clothes, I'm gonna be performing while they modeling my clothes. And then after that, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna pack my stuff up, leave New York, go to the other side of Connecticut. Then I had a hostess pajama party. But you know what I'm saying? I said, don't even worry about it. I already got my lingerie on. We lit. Like, and then I woke up in the morning. Then I had to do women's empowerment event. You know what I'm saying? That was like an hour away. And that's over here. And then I had to do this. And then one time I had to do something. Then I had to be a host. And then I had to do like erotic poetry. But then I had to be a vendor for my stuff, selling my music and my merch. And then I remember one time I had to be a vendor for my stuff. And then I'm at like the international hip hop event, and the MC Light was like hosting. No, she was a performer. And then I'm like, well, I want to go over there. Then I want to network, but then I have to vend. Then I got to be at my table. Then I can't leave. Now I got to pee. I can't leave my stuff. Ain't nobody here with me. But the craziness about all this stuff, Scheme, you know, I post everything.
Yeah.
Everyone's everything I do. I used to post the list of every place I was going to be at.
Right.
The cities, the times, the dates, everything. And the only thing I would get is, dang, you still out?
Oh,
Dang,
wow.
I should be everywhere. Yo, you want to come through? I'm just like, is this a joke?
Wow.
I'm like, y'all can see me in 7 places in the same day. Y'all would never think, Quest, why you going all these places in yourself? You need you like a road dog or something?
Right.
You need somebody to drive you? Matter of fact, I'm going to come and get you. And you just relax for a second before your next show.
Wow.
Never got that. I'm like, y'all see me in y'all city. Y'all see I'm performing in Vinny. You don't think I need somebody at my table so I can breathe for a second?
Right.
But you know what I would get? Yo, hit me up. I was definitely lit. They be like, yo, hit me up after your show, maybe come through. What? Yo, like I have to do 3 different jobs. Like, no, come here so I can breathe. Finally, I saw somebody come to the door because they just happened to be part of the event. I was like, yo, can you watch my table so I can go and pee? Like y'all just, I just don't get it, do y'all? Y'all don't get it. And I'm like, you would invite me over for a nightcap, but you wouldn't even show up for my show? Hold on. You won't come and watch me perform, but you want me to perform for you?
Right.
Or the type like, yo, you gonna be in my city? Like, yeah. Yo, and they hit me up, yo, I'm outside. And
Wow.
what you telling me for? You coming in? You gonna buy a ticket to come in? Nah, you know, I'm just gonna chill. I'm like, well, I ain't coming outside. Come outside to say what? Hi to you? If you can't respect me enough to buy a ticket to come in and watch me perform, why would you think it's okay for me to come outside to you?
Man. The
Yo,
people. That's all.
yo, yeah, I swear to God. And it's funny because every time I talk about this stuff, it just makes me upset. And people wonder why TQuest is changing. I'm supposed to change. It's called growth.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm just more focused, and it's war. It's game time. I'm coming for everything was taken from me. All the time people should use me, abuse me, taking advantage of me, all this stuff in the past. Now it's time for me to get mine and then some. And I ain't allowing no one to stand in my way. So yes, if the energy between you and I is different, I'm not angry, but just know I'm not her anymore.
Right.
Period. And there's nothing wrong with that. If people don't accept your change, especially if it's for the better for you and your mental health and your sanity, they don't need to be in part of your life. And I mean, I used to be nice to everyone because in my mind, everyone's a potential fan. Everyone's a potential supporter. Everyone's a potential client. Everyone's a potential customer. So I'm going to be nice to everybody. And then once my stuff is out, they're going to support me. It's going to be great. I'm going to take that. Then I'm going to invest into something else and we're going to be great. But then I realized after all these years, me walking on eggshells, for all these people, being nice to everybody, supporting everybody, and all I hear, you're so great, you're so wonderful, you're so talented, you're so this. Then I really broke down all the stuff that they supported. Nothing.
Wow. Wow.
I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah. I really do. I really do get that. I don't. Well, for me, getting started was like so long ago. Like when we had to, this is some dinosaur days when you had turntables and bringing crates, like empty
Oh
crates. You know what I'm
man.
saying? So we DJs and we got our little Kangles and we losing our stuff, and
Yeah,
but we had fun. It was the passion of that, just to being involved. When
absolutely.
it went, the internet came around and got heavier, like people started doing on a digital scene, DJing and everything like that, and doing shows. And I can remember when internet radio wasn't even popular. I can
Mhm.
remember like just getting out of performing arts school, and it was just like, it was just starting to come around. Like people would start, but it wasn't a big deal. Facebook was just like a baby. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you
Yeah,
would have had to been in college to even get it.
I remember those years.
You
Hmm.
know. So it was just like one of those things. Like this is going to be a big deal. Everybody was telling us this is going to be a big deal. So we jumped on that, and we just was like, okay, let's follow this format of doing this for radio, because we couldn't find records anymore. Records were going out. CDs was still in, and people
Yeah.
weren't buying tapes, but it was like, okay, now this thing called an MP3. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like this new
Yeah.
stuff. It was brand new. So we like, okay, let's get a MP3 or a WAV file, because we working in the industry, you deal with WAV files, but then they started creating them to MP3s, and everybody started jacking music and everything like that. And that's how people was getting records. So then it was like social media helped us find good artists. I mean, right now it's the needles in the haystack to find the stuff now. But
Absolutely.
once when you been through so many phases of this, you
Hmm.
just now you know how to take things with a grain of salt. Like it's just like, all right, okay, we've seen this before. We witnessed this before. We've seen this. We know what to do when that yellow light comes on, or that red, green, yellow light. When you're driving, you know what to do at those times. You need to stop, you need to slow down, or you need to go. And that's where I kind of do a lot of things with business, and it worked pretty well with me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody's asking a question. What you drinking?
Well, you guys know I'm not really a
Drinking
drinker.
beer.
You drinking beer?
It's what the hell
It's
is
just
Thursday?
some pink lemonade. That's it.
It looks like it's a pink
That was
lemonade.
lemonade. Every time I be on these shows,
I, I can't believe you not like. That's another thing. Like they going through this. Like you don't need none of that stuff. Like you're not a smoker.
I don't
You
like. I
Most
don't.
people
And
like
like this
they
makes
like
you
popping
mellow. I'm
pills
like, I
and
know how to be
and
mellow.
stuff.
This makes you hype. I'm like, I know how to be hype. This calms you down. I know how to be calm. Like I don't
Right.
need any of those things. Like once in a while, I wouldn't mind like a sweet wine or champagne, but
Yeah.
it's never something that is a need. None of them things are needs
That's
for me. When
cool.
I go out to the clubs, when I first started going to the clubs, before they even knew I wasn't 21, everybody saw me drinks. I'm like, I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't drink. And I just told them I just don't drink. I never told them I was underage. I'm like, I don't drink. They're like,
Yeah.
you want something? Then I used to ask my dancers like, what y'all want? Because I know they was drinkers.
Oh,
And I was like, I got you.
right
You
up,
don't drink.
crew.
And they
Man,
would buy me the drinks, and I just passed it to them. And then eventually, when I got a little older, I was like, okay, now what was that thing y'all was thinking? The little pretty cute one.
right.
They be like, oh, it's like a Sex on the Beach, or
Oh
they be
yeah. Oh, wow. Sex on the
Malibu,
beach,
maybe
man.
like some little cute drinks. I'm like, okay, let me try it. Then I realized I'm like, I could do fruity, girly drinks, and then elevated. It's like, okay, I could do margaritas, the flavor kind. I like it frozen. I'm like, okay, is there some adult juices and stuff I can do? I said, I like now that I'm older. I'm like, I like if I had to drink alcohol, even though it still won't be my go-to. I'm like, everything of me is connection to me. I'm like, I like something sweet with a little kick that's gonna get you in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't want it to taste like juice, but I don't want it to taste like alcohol neither.
Right.
That was
So
me.
then if you're drinking it too fast, you're like, oh, that was good. I want another one. Next
You
you know,
know,
you're like,
kind of like
oh,
the
we
lady
gotta
in
pick
Five
her up.
Heartbeats. Not Five Heartbeats when Why Does Fools Fall in Love?
Oh yeah.
Iced tea, Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, this thing is so good. Can I have another one? Not realizing it's alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's craziness, but that's all it is. Because he knows I drink usually water all day. I'm like, when it's special engagement, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put a little sugar in my cup.
Okay.
Absolutely, but I don't want to prolong this because you guys know I can talk forever. I was really nervous to be honest because at
Mhm.
first I was just like, I'm so sick and tired of celebrating myself. You know what I mean? Like I do everything for me. I throw my own birthday parties, my own events, my going away. Like I do everything for me. I'm like, dang, when is someone gonna do something for me?
But you won't do it. People probably won't do it the way like you like to do it. Like
I know, but I
you
hear
know.
that. But sometimes I'm trying to hear that. Even when I left
Mhm.
Connecticut, they was like, "So let me know if you're throwing a going away party." I said, "Yes," because I should throw my own going away.
What?
Right. Let me know if you're gonna do a birthday party. Yeah, so I can plan it all, invest in it all, and then not even half of y'all gonna show up. You
Wow.
know what I'm
What
saying?
kind of friends is that?
Yeah, I'm just I tell people I'm down.
Those for your friends. That's a
I
tough way
just
to go.
know of people, and a lot of people know more of me. But that's how.
Nobody's never threw a birthday party for you. Like I've had like DJs throw like a huge birthday party. Like I'm a fall baby too, like in November. So I like four of us, our birthdays like back to back, and just like threw like a big thing. Like one of the biggest parties I ever went to. That was out in Jersey.
No,
Wow.
I've
Damn.
thrown them on myself.
Wow.
And like I've always wanted friends growing up, and I've been to like 11 schools. And when I was got in high school, when I was able to just chill for a second, my friends told me in my I think my senior year that they were gonna go out for my birthday, and I was so excited, like yes, woohoo, they're gonna take me out, like this is so dope. I finally got friends, they're gonna do something nice for me. They never showed up.
Oh, that's tough.
And then I thought about it even the year before, like I worked at a real estate company the whole summer before my senior year, and one of my friends, she said it was sad. She don't think her family's doing anything for her birthday. So I took all the money I saved from that summer working at the real estate company, and I threw her a party.
Wow.
And then when it came time for my birthday, nothing. And ever since then, I was just like, I always wanted friends, but I didn't realize it's gonna be this hard to have them. And then I'm like, I got so excited. Even when Christmas came around, like I got friends. I'm about to spoil everybody. I came in with my little red and white. I had gift bags for everybody. I didn't get nothing.
Wow.
Valentine's came around. I knew they had like the flowers. You can buy the flowers for your friends and stuff. Oh, but everybody a flower. I didn't get nothing.
What
And
kind of
after a
friends
while,
is that?
I'm just like,
Well, ain't no friends.
I'm just gonna start doing things for myself.
Yeah, it's not
Because
even being selfish. Just like make yourself happy.
it's not gonna work. And then even the time, like, no, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, and they let me down. Like, oh, I remember one time I planned a whole event for somebody who wanted me to go to this event. They didn't even show up. I got the DJ, I got everything, paid for everything, and I'm like, you and your people didn't even show up. Now you put me in a hole. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, when I just think about all this stuff, it's just like,
Um,
ugh. Somebody was like, and then like lately doing interviews, they asking me questions, and they're thinking because I'm just so happy go lucky.
mm,
And when I answer these questions, all my answers are going to be positive. They're going to be happy. They're going to be life changing. They're going to be phenomenal. Like, oh my God, that is so awesome. But then when they actually hear the answer to these questions, they're like, what?
right.
That happened? I'm like, yeah, what did you think? Oh, you thought all my answers going to be pleasant? Well, your TQuest. I'm like, yeah, I know I hear that a lot. Thank you. No, a lot of behind the scenes has been dark, emotional, and traumatizing. But I swear I got some good stories in there somewhere.
Yeah,
I can
gotta
tell
be.
you a good version of it and leave the meat out if that's what you want. But if you're going to ask me a question, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Right.
You know? So, sorry. That was some people, they get thrown off when they ask me questions. I'm like, I'm just being honest. But most people can handle the truth, and it's unexpected truth. I'm like, well, these are the stories behind the smile. A lot of
Yeah,
darkness.
that's when the book comes out. So then everybody's gonna be able to get everything on that, right?
Oh my god! Like, man, when I was reading that book about my life, like I was like, I ain't even trying to open these wounds.
Number one bestseller.
Oh
I
my
can see
god!
it coming.
But now it's like, remember I switched it to do a relationship book to talk about
Right. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
that
Yeah.
part. But now, like, more I talk about these other stories, I'm just like, I want to tell it, but I'm thinking, I don't even know if I should do this on live. Do the relationship book and do it.
Facts.
No, I noticed. I've noticed. I learned everything the hard way. That's why when I tell people, when you ask for things, when you speak, the power of the tongue, you better
Hmm.
be very specific.
Oh yeah. That's why it's called spelling.
Exactly. Very specific. I
Yeah.
always wanted them, but not like that.
Yeah.
I poured out because I'm like, yes. I'm like, if we are friends, that means I'm here for you and I got your back. Whatever
Right.
you need, I got you. I remember I helped a friend with her college tuition. So another friend with her first car. I remember one of my friends, her car broke down and she needed a jumper kit. I'm like, yo, I ain't even got a license yet. Car ain't even registered, but you know what? I got you. Where you at? Came through with the jumper cable. Meow, meow, meow. She's like, oh, thank you so much. I said, oh, I see patriotic lights. Out. Like, and then she was just like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm like, you're welcome. Because in my mind, that's what friends are for. We're supposed to
Right.
be here for one another. We're supposed to have each other's back. We're supposed to support one another. We're supposed to know each other's dream and how we can help each other, right? We're supposed to do all this stuff. But what I realized is everything I was doing was one sided.
Mm.
I'm like, I don't think this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I
A lot of
realized
people take advantage of that. That's crazy.
I did this to my friends. I'm like, Quest, you asking them their dreams and helping them soar. What happened to yours? You're so quick to jump for these friends, but you don't even jump that fast for yourself. You don't even jump that fast for your family.
Wow.
That's a problem.
Hmm.
So I'm telling people, like, now I'm looking at myself and I tell people I'm just like my fairy godmother, Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way. But when I look at the list, like, it's a lot of green check marks. But I got a lot of red at that fine print. Because if charity starts at home and I keep neglecting me, that's a problem. If I'm
Right.
so easy to go to a friend at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but want to catch an attitude with mommy need foil for holiday on Thanksgiving, you got to go to the store in the madhouse. People don't like to do the holiday runs the day of. I'm
Yeah.
saying no. So when I just think about this stuff, I'm just like, wow, ugh. For so many people that didn't deserve it. I did it all for the right reasons. They didn't deserve it. And I'm just like,
Uh,
I'm not going through that no more.
yeah.
Facts. I'm like, I'm not going through that anymore. And I'm like, I'm ready to finally live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at
Hmm.
today. That's why I'm just like, I'm giving people flowers when they give me flowers. If I want to take a break, I shouldn't have to check it with nobody. Last I checked, my status say single.
Whoop.
I'm just being real.
Say
So
it.
if I want to not be on social media for a weekend, I shouldn't be like, okay, you guys, I'm letting everybody know I'm going on vacation. I'm going to dip away for 3 days. So if you don't hear from me, let you know I'm good. And I don't want y'all worrying. I shouldn't have to do all that. I'm grown. If I want to
That's
dip,
right.
don't be worried. Just know I'm grown and I'm just good. I'll be back. You
Just
know,
hit that D&D button, like my man
stupid.
David got it
I
now.
didn't
Hit
know.
that D&D. It works.
That was Nino.
Oh, Nino. All right.
But at the same time, like I told you before, I can't hit it to a certain degree. She said she can hit it. No, I can't. I can't hit the button because of where my lifestyle is in my business. It's on
Hmm.
call.
Oh yeah, I get that.
But a lot of things that's not business related or it's not like an emergency. Nowadays, I'm leaving you on red until I have time to reply. It's nothing rude. It's nothing personally against you. But right now, that hey, what's up, checking in, appreciate that. You know what you're doing, blah blah blah. I'm not that friend to have those conversations. And if you can't understand that, I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Say
If you
no then.
do, bless you. But yeah, that's how I started. I'm telling you, I started changing things. Like at night, I turn my phone on mute so I'm at peace when I'm sleeping. I don't want to wake up to notifications. One of my radio groups, they start talking like 7 o'clock.
Wow.
All I hear is beep, 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 beep,
So
beep,
yeah,
beep.
that's what I'm saying. I have to use it because I talk to people. It's early.
So,
It's in the morning in Australia. It's
mhm,
almost 9 o'clock in Australia in the morning,
yeah.
or in Nigeria, or in the Middle East or Japan. It's in the morning. Their day's already starting, and they're like, they want to reach out to you. It's great to watch the sunrise in another country where they just want to talk and stuff like that. But okay, whatever. Like if it's not about the business, then hey, it's not much, to really. I catch up when we can catch up. That's how things are with that.
Craziness. It's craziness. But all I'm saying is, it's a new year,
Yeah,
new hair,
yeah.
new me.
New you. I see the eyes and everything. You just look at you. You change it all up.
Stop it. No, stop. And I'm putting me first.
You
I'm
should.
my first client.
Yeah.
And not just talking about TQuest, the entertainer and the businesswoman, but Tara, the woman first.
There you go.
I
That's what's
miss
up.
her and I got to make sure she's good, most
Yeah.
importantly, you know? And I'm going to continue elevating, increasing. And I'm not begging nobody nothing. But if you say something to me and I G check you, you put yourself in that situation. So
Oh,
don't hit me with a, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it like you last night. Somebody like when you come into the A, I said when I'm booked.
wow. I was about to say, how far are you from Columbus? I guess we have to talk off the air with that. I gotta see. I don't think I've seen you in person in probably like 4 years, 5 years.
It's funny, right? Because I posted a little video from the hotel on my Instagram for my birthday. They was like, "You were lit for your birthday." I said, "Y'all even pay attention? Everything I posted for my birthday, I had my hair was different in 5 different things. Y'all didn't realize that was throwbacks. Like y'all just don't pay attention to nothing, but they be paying attention to something.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I just be like, oh my god, Aggie, I I specifically posted certain things. I said, watch this. I'm gonna play my little video of me twerking on the pole. I'm gonna do my little video of me dancing in the club. I'm gonna do my little video of me up on the wall and everything. And watch this thing gets hundreds of views. One of them I think get like 1,000 something. Then I posted my clothing line and my music.
Wow.
No action.
Wow.
I said okay. And then I'm gonna tell you something. The private chat. Now I've been doing music for a minute. I've dropped some singles here and there, right?
Mhm.
Quest, we love you so much, right? Let me show you in a private chat how much I've made putting on music for the last 8 years. Okay? You ready to see it? Mind you, everybody loves them some me, right?
Right.
You're so inspiring. You're so touching. You're so amazing. You give me life. You be dropping jewels. Your great personality. I love your music. I love your glow. I love everything about you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining, queen, right? For 8 years, I dropped Simply I Reply, Lost in Love, We in This
Hmm.
Together, In Love with You, What Up, For the Night, Unbothered, and those, all these songs, right?
Hmm.
You ready? 8 years. Check that sidebar.
Uh, mhm. No, that can't be real.
I'm dead serious.
I
You,
put out one song in the past 4 years, and I got royalties that was like probably like 4 times that.
you know what the sick part is? That ain't even streaming. That's just
People
record.
just buying the.
Makes it
Oh,
worse.
okay, yeah, a lot of us for streams.
Makes it worse.
Yeah,
You see
that
what I'm saying? And you
wow.
wonder why I'm changing everything this year,
Yeah,
excuse me?
yeah.
It's insulting. That's now they're like, yo, you got time to talk? About what? No, I
Wow.
don't. I gotta continue to fix everything y'all messed up. Because if people was doing what they were supposed to be doing based off the way they react to me, I would have been somewhere else. I would have been in a better position. I could have came back and helped everybody be in better positions than they are now. So no, I
Wow.
ain't got time to talk. I ain't
Yeah.
got time to hang. I
I
ain't got time to chill.
I
I
got
don't care
some
what you
real
watching.
people
I
who
don't
will
care
be
what
fans of
you
yours and they will actually be buying that music. Like that's how I do it. That's what I did with Patricia. She did very well. A movie did very good.
Mhm.
We just really have a network of people that's really into like if they're fans, they're gonna be like really fans. Like they'll write stuff up on things about you. The pictures they'll have like you'll see their stuff. Like I see people wearing your clothing wear, but as far as buying your music and stuff like that, they will actually be playing a song like in the car, like they'll do a video, like that kind of stuff. And I'm definitely going to like send these folks some your way, like let them know what's good. I don't know if anybody on here have ever heard of N1M. That is the dope thing right there. N1M.com or audio.exchange. These people are actually
Anyone, and you talking about number one music?
you use that
Yo, they just hit me and said I was number one in
another
some
country though, right?
for no, it was actually in United States.
Oh, okay, yeah, we doing the one in it's like in another country.
Yeah, I think I screenshotted it, and it said that I was number one in Sonia. Then it
Okay.
said I was number 112 in Connecticut. And then they said I was number like 180 something in the United States. I was like, but when it comes to certain things like that, they don't know if it's like,
Algorithms.
yeah, it's real or
No,
not.
N1M.com definitely would have the people would you would see the people saying what it is that they say. Like the ones I don't I don't know if it was one that we actually seen that was in the States. It was actually other countries, like
Mhm.
in
And
London
I be
or
seeing the messages, but I don't know if the messages are real or not. And
yeah,
I tell people it's because of what I've experienced. So I
yeah,
don't know if those are because nowadays there's computers that can give fake responses as if they're real people. So
right.
when
The
I
AI.
trust issues when it comes to that stuff, that's I'm
It's AI, but you can
like,
text it because you actually it's like what we're watching right now. The people's names are coming up on there like that. You'll
yeah,
see the person's name and you'll see what they're.
I
It's
see
things
that.
that AI can't do.
I know, but I tell people I'm like it kind of goes back to with people giving compliments, right? Like, and I think that I see the messages that giving compliments about the music. I say I hear all that, but until I see a certain type of action, I'm not going to react the way you think I'm going to react.
Mhm.
That part what I was showing you is the action part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But but if you notice, I never went on rants. I never been angry. I never spaz on social media about people. I just continue to do what I do and then elevate and increase as much as I can. And I never do anything in nobody's face. I just ask you a simple question after you ask me something. Where and how?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because at
all
the
we
end of the
keep
day,
things up. Yeah,
I ain't begging nobody for nothing.
yeah, you doing you made your own way, Quest. Like you made you like I said, you created your own path. Yeah, you had people like I helped with some of the things you've done, but it was actually like really you because it was what you wanted to do. As just like just offered this. Here's this door. You want to go down, open this door and check it out. It's good. It's clear. It's nobody going to give you a hard time. But
Hmm.
not from my perspective. Like what we done.
Yeah.
And then it's like you off to go see the wizard or whatever. Because Dorothy went through some crap. If you watch that movie, like she really did, it was like a lot of stuff. But they offered this, like, I'm going to try this world for myself and see what it is, and then those things. So, like, you gain, it made you stronger, But now it's time for people to say, okay, yeah, this is the person that they really need this new quest that what you're doing. They're gonna need that. And then they were like, okay, yeah, she's not playing with us because we were actually doing those things towards you, saying to see if you can handle this where you're about to be. So that's the thing. So when you're dealing with the majors and the bigger corporations and stuff, you're not going to take that crap from them if you're getting from the average people who were considered your friends or whatever.
I don't be playing with these people. Somebody the other day, I was like, well, first of all, look, I understand who you are. I know who you deal with. I know you work in the industry, but what we not gonna do, you ain't gonna treat me how they be treating people in the industry. Why?
Yeah.
Because in my mind, we are all in the same playing field. I'm an adult, you're an adult. I'm a
Hmm.
human being, you're a human being. I show you respect, you show me respect. And then like people hit me up like, do you know who I am? This is the point, like they give me their accolades as if I'm supposed to bow down to them.
Right. That's what people
Like
want you to do.
should be
Yeah.
honored that they even contact me. I said, newsflash,
Wow.
you contact me.
Right. You want to hear some funny stuff? I'll put this out there. I'm like, no, this is a great conversation. I was out there in Atlanta, and I work with a guy and my partner is in London. He's in the UK, and we do very good. And he always give me like people to talk to. And last night or 2 days ago, I'm gonna have a conversation with Michael Jackson's um, former manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man, it's just for conversation. I'm not asking for anything. We're just gonna talk. But I know it's gonna be a lot of things that he's gonna be letting me know, right? And I'm telling artists about this. Like, well, I got other things that I want to bring to the table with this because I have like audio dot exchange and put people's stuff on sync licensing, TV, films, all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. We got this thing already laid out.
Mm-hmm.
And the bigger question or the bigger thing that they hit me with is, how do you know he worked for Michael Jackson? I'm like, because his name's in the freaking credits of who this man is. Like, the people that I work with would not send somebody to me that's like, okay, this is not the guy who we say is. It's just so funny how people would say, well, they need 100% proof about anything, and that's where we are in this industry, in this world. Everybody's so skeptical of everything, but then believe everything that they see,
Um,
you
that's a
know.
whole 3 hour show. People still to this day. I'm like, look, I did this, that, and you still questioning about the third, son. Well, and then I'm like, I get it. Things happen. I get it. You're more cautious. But you being a little too extra when you ain't even doing nothing. I'm doing all this stuff for free. I could do 99 things for free. Ask for one percentage of something, and you act like I owe you the world. And it's moments like that where
Right,
I'm like, you know what? I gotta really back in because this is not what I want to do. I don't do radio for you to be harassing me about spins and charge and interviews and like y'all taking the fun out of it. I took forever to build this beautiful platform
right,
that can help you, and you still want to harass me to the max because of what you. I understand what you've been through, but the way I do my services and stuff is I literally break it down in black and white with no gray areas. So there's nothing you have to question.
right.
You still find a way to question something. I'm like, I already entered that in the original email in the PDF. I kind of already sent you that information 3 emails ago. I definitely did a reminder yesterday. That's exactly what I said I was going to do. You don't remember that? I never stated this, that, and there. And I'll just be like, oh my
Okay.
gosh, I have to stop. I'm like, I gave you that information. I sent that to you. I confirmed that you already have that. To the point, like, ugh, taking the fun out of everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should just quit. Let me just go make some music for people not to buy and just call it a day. Cause it's so draining after a while. And I really start to question a lot of stuff, but I know what I'm destined to do. I know what I'm destined to be. I know this is just a little uncomfortable hurdles. But oh my gosh.
You take a lot of it in stride. You're definitely doing the things that you want to do, and this is that leap that you're going to like. You're going over that mountain. Like you've been pushing and pushing, and now here it is. Like I don't know what people say where they feel that that what the top is, because I don't you know what I mean, like I've had a great life and I've done things in the industry, but then I also had like a great domestic life, and now I'm reinventing myself with a new life. So what do you consider what yourself as success, or how do you measure what success is, when you've been putting in so much work, like those little things that you've been building up, the successes that you've been making for yourself, like now you have this major platform, your own radio station, but you also accomplished making music. You accomplished doing voiceover work, you know what I mean, and performances. You've been on other shows. You're doing things that a lot of people still can't get to. But what do you consider? What is the success? You want to have what somebody else's success of saying, oh, you need the big house and the cars and the man, with all that stuff. If that's the things that you're saying that with those things are success, then you probably be living somebody else's dream and not your own, when you are living your dream right now.
Exactly. That's the same thing. I tell a lot of people, I'm like, well, I want to be. I'm like, look, stop trying to live up to society. If
Right.
if you grew up and you wanted to be a singer, the moment you start singing, guess what? You're a singer.
Yep.
If you always wanted to be a comedian, the moment you tell a joke and somebody laugh, you're a comedian.
Right.
Not talking about like
Not a professional. If you're not a professional, you ain't getting paid. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
well, I'm
Like,
just like, don't take that mean like you take a picture, put on IG, you automatically model. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say is don't feel like you're a failure just because you ain't getting that $1 million check behind it, is what I be trying to tell people.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even when my grandmother first she passed, I just wanted to make sure we was on the same page with something that was heavy on my heart, because I know she always wanted to see me succeed. And she want to see me in the Grammys, want to see me at the Oscars. She want to see me win awards, all this stuff. She want to see me be the next Tyler Perry. She's like, Madame, retiring. That means it's time for you to come in. Start them screenplays, Quest. All this
Right.
stuff. And I'm just like, I get it. But then I was just like, man, I was like, you do know that I am living my dream, right?
Right.
Meaning I may not be at the Grammys, but I'm still producing great music that people enjoy. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
performing at shows with a lot of people. Like I'm literally living my dream, and it's paid shows.
Right.
So
That's
that,
professional.
right?
Right.
Even comedy, I know you want me to do all this comedy stuff, but I have touched comedy stages and do a lot of comedy. So I'm living my dream, right?
Right.
And I just needed her to hear that, because I wanted her to know that all my hard work is not where I want it to be, but I've made a lot of milestones I've hit
There
already.
you go.
And like you
Yep.
said, things that people have never been said. So I just want to make sure oh yeah, I know. I'm so proud of you. And I said, okay, I just needed to hear that, because I knew the time was coming soon. And I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure that she knew that I'm living my dream and I'm out here touching lives. She's like, I know you're a great writer, you're great. I'm like, okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just needed to hear it. I just needed to hear it. But
Yeah. I want to get into the comedy world.
what?
I got jokes. I'm a writer. Like I've been writing comedy for a while, but I just haven't done my own. But I want to like do like a stand up. Like that's what thing. That's I think I could probably pull it off.
All right, tell me a joke.
It's not like that.
No, I'm doing that because that's what people do. That's what
I
people do.
mean, I know that's what they do.
Like,
So tell me a joke.
spit
I'm
bars.
um
You
I'm
sing.
improvisational. Yeah, I'm like that.
Like you a comedian, tell a joke. That's why I tell people I'm an
I'm
entertainer.
not a comedian. Yeah, so I could do comedy, but I'm improvisational.
No, I get it. That's the same thing I tell people. Like, look, you can book me as a host, but don't tell people I'm a comedian. You're just gonna get
Right.
a host who just happens to be entertaining and funny, that they're gonna question, is she a comedian? That's more comfortable for me, because as soon as you put that title on, you better
Right.
know how to
Yeah. Then
back it up.
you gotta bring it, and then you gotta do that. They were like.
That's why I rebranded myself as an entertainer. It's less
Yeah.
pressure no matter what I do. All you know is, in front of any mic, I'm going to entertain you.
There you go. All right.
You just don't know
TQuest is
what it's
the entertainer.
I'm just trying
Like
to tell you,
Dougie Fresh.
put a stamp on that thing.
Hey.
Yeah, but we've been rocking out for a minute now.
I know. I really appreciate everything. I don't know. You guys ain't getting no snow yet, but we about to get hit. We're getting hit right
Oh
now.
man, we've been going all day.
Oh,
Put that off the camera.
I'm sorry. But you got me on for 2 hours. It's like I'm
I
normally
know,
on the radio.
I know. I didn't mean to be on for 2 hours.
I'm just
Like
like
before, I was
I'm in my
nervous.
downtime.
I don't know if people
But
gonna
yeah,
tune in. I don't know if they're gonna be engaged. I don't know if they're gonna like it. I'm like, I don't want to be out there by myself. And here go people. Why don't you just do the show by yourself? Because you're great at it. Who better than you? I'm like, once again, I know I can do it. I don't want to.
right.
And that's
I'm
what
glad you did this, and I
I'm
really
glad
appreciate
that you
everything.
was able to get on. I didn't ask none of the other people. It's nothing against them. I was just like, I don't want to make it too complicated. I don't want to make it too crazy for me. I don't want to be seeing if how many people is going to be able to get on because then it takes the fun out of it. And for the fact that you was the only person I asked, the person who got me started, and you said yes, I said I'm good with that.
That's great. I feel honored. To be honest, like I'm honored that you definitely hit me up, and it's so crazy. Like for all the 8 years, is that on Facebook that I could look at the past 8 years of all the time you was doing the celebrations? Because I'm like I must have missed some time, like
I didn't
absent.
do certain
Right.
celebrations. I would just post like a picture.
Oh,
Like I remember last year, it came in my Facebook memories. I posted a picture. I remember one year, I did a video before Godiva passed.
oh,
I remember I did do a video, but once or
yeah.
twice I did like pictures because I always remember that day.
Yeah. Her birthday was yesterday, and it was just like me and her daughter. We spoke for a little bit, and then
Mm,
I just like wanted to, let them know that we got some things coming up for her still. Like it's Streets D for life for me, and that's
okay.
for a lot of people that I know that was had that was down with us throughout the years. And big up to DJ Thorough, 50 Cent's DJ road DJ. He hit me up yesterday too. It's like we just word up. What up, Dave? Yeah, man. It's the people that I have a small circle that I work with, and you're part of it, and to build up relationships. Like I said, it's been 8 years, and that's awesome. And I'm just like, another 8 years or 20 years, whatever, what have you. You definitely got my back, and I got your back, and whatever you need, and we're definitely going to see. I got some people that I want to introduce you to take it to where the next direction of where you wanted to go,
Mhm.
like in the sense of that, and just keep doing what you're doing. And I want more people to see all the dedication that you put out there. It's like it's real. It's really real. Like the quest effect is very real. Like
The question
that's a good
is real,
title.
baby. Let them know.
The quest effect is really man. I hope Rashid is checking out. He probably they did. I did see him on something.
And he's
They
throwing
like
me a steak salad.
he did what?
I said from the first day we had a conference call, he owed me a steak salad.
Oh yeah, he told me he was gonna come out there and see you, but I don't.
First of all,
He said he
I'm
was
telling
driving.
everybody when they come here to see me, let me see some COVID tests.
Hey John, what up? Oh yeah.
Let me,
I'm not gonna get all political and stuff, but I'll take the test, but
I
they're
know.
not hitting me with no needles. Facts.
I do. It ain't no deal.
It's too much, yo.
It's
Just on
not a big
Facebook right now.
Aggie. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I tell people I'm changing a lot of the things, the formats, even when it comes to dealing with people outside, inside industry, maneuvering as an artist, a journalist, a personality, a voiceover specialist, all type of things. You know what I'm saying? Because even now, the way I see things, I'm like, I don't want to be out there like that. You know,
Right.
I kind of like one of my mentors, him and his group, they they made music, they performed, but after a while, they just created music and they just got licensing and placements for everything.
That's what
So
I'm
they just record, and they already got the connects. And then I think they was on like Stump Yard soundtrack. They was on a lot of video games. They just get the
video
royalty
games.
checks and
Yeah.
call it that. And I like that part too. Like just make the music be great and people just respect you, not you begging and pleading for a like, a share, a comment, a stream. Like I understand you got to put in the groundwork, but sometimes you get to the point like, I'm tired. I want to do that. Let me just do my song. Let me be great and keep it moving. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on. But it's all about
Right.
how you maneuver. Even in a lot of these groups, they're like, let's do like for like, follow, post your stuff. I post my stuff. I get it. We gotta be here for one another. But sometimes, like, look, no, I need my people to see me. I need to like
I mean, if you're trying to get revenue, cash revenue, and stuff like the bill of revenue, and if you're looking to make some money, that whole world of that. That's why I'm set up like a few artists with that, like getting into the sync licensing world, But then it also helps you to go out there to do performances because, like, if you on a best selling movie or to a commercial that really goes big or a film or like something like that or a video game. Yeah, you're gonna perform. You're definitely gonna perform.
absolutely. And
We have
that's
to
fine.
type down too, man. We have to get up.
To
Huh? I'm
like
sorry.
that. But it's like I'm not saying I'm better than certain things. I've just outgrown them.
Yeah.
Like if I come through for like an open mic or something, I'm on that open mic not to be on the list. Like I'm special guest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point. Celebrity TQuest is in the building. Okay,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and it's not even to be funny. It's just that I really worked that hard to be at that level now.
Oh yeah, they're totally professional. Yeah, you should be getting I need green M&M. Your rider should be filled up with whatever you need. I need green M&Ms. I like you said buffalo chicken. I don't know what you put in the green.
Yes. In my rider, because I'm like, you know me. First of all, I gotta make sure I got my cordless mic.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have to have my water, my lemons. Yes, TV and stuff is definitely where it's at to get the checks and all that stuff for sure.
Right.
I need my water, my lemons, my infused water. I need my tea. You know what I'm saying? I need my massage therapist on deck.
Oh wow.
I need my travel agent who is just grubbing.
Yes, I am.
Hey.
I just literally, I was like, I hope she's still on. Because it's been, hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm doing this new healthy journey. Dude, I'm eating late, but I didn't get out of my workout class until like almost 7:40. I had to run and pick up my phone from Verizon, come home, take a shower, fix something to eat, try to eat it fast. I'm like, oh, she's still on. Let me get on. Horrible. But I still had to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, class.
Hey, girl. Excuse me, my sister.
Yes, I run your spot every show.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Of course, 8 years, 8 years.
Right.
I know.
I was telling her earlier, I'm like, 8 years? Wait, 8 years for what? Because you've been entertaining for longer than 8 years. And she says, no, person. I said, okay, clarify. Because I'm like, I know I'm not going crazy.
Yep. I told her how we started on your desktop, right in the room, in the desert. And I was like, she's moving. I'm gonna do the show. I gotta stop the show.
Yo, she had my computer filled with everything. You would think it was her computer and stuff. All her software. I couldn't find nothing that was mine. Everything was TQuest. I'm like, what the heck is all of this stuff? Pictures, album, radio stuff. I know. It's probably still on there. I still have that computer.
Yep. That's what I needed. Scheme said I needed it, so I had it. And as soon as you moved, I was like, we got it in the show. We got it in the show. She's taking her computer. She taking it. She should have left it. She's taking my life. But that's what time. But then through the grace of God, I got picked up on different platforms, so I was good after that.
Yeah.
And then I was talking about now you're like a professional. Yesterday, this is Whitney from Winnie's and Scans, and blah. I'm like, who created this monster? I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna be executive producer behind the scenes, and I'm just gonna call it a day. That's all I'm gonna do. That's it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I got lost in the sauce. But yeah. But we've been on this thing for 2 hours. I know Scheme gotta go.
Yeah, but well, now you got Whitney here, so what you guys got planned? Like you got some
No, we're not gonna talk too long because she need to finish eating her quinoa wrap.
It wasn't quinoa flatbread, but it was good. I have spinach and tomato. I'm really, like I told people, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm not trying to gain weight. I just want to be a healthier version of myself. I'm not giving up meat and stuff and pork like everybody else. But no, I'm just making sure I drink more water, make healthier options. Because I'm still a cheeseburger type of chick. Like I can have a cheeseburger like once a week.
Chicken all day.
And plus know that. Like people like, oh, you gotta take people to 5-star restaurant. I'm like, yo, you can find me a good cheeseburger spot with some French fries and a milkshake, yo. Bump the steak. Like I was there, bacon cheeseburger any freaking day. And Quest know that because when she hear about new burger spots or ice cream places, yo, wait, you heard this place? I'm like, yo, I'm about to go check it out. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just what I like. But since we're getting older, I'm just getting older, and I just want to be a better version of myself. I want to be able to hang out with my kids since they run around like crazy people. I don't want to be the tired just because I look like I'm 12. I'm not. I want to still be able to get around. Even look at, I just got this new watch, y'all. This Apple Watch. I was gonna get it, but my provider gave me a discount on it because I was gonna get a Fitbit because I'm trying to see how much I'm walking, see I'm calories I'm breaking. But when I saw this, they sent this. They're like, "Oh, you get this discount for this watch. How can I help you?" See, this is come here.
Who's that? Is that my baby?
One of them. Look at her trying to look like me. Look at her trying to look like me. Look at her trying to look at me.
Oh my gosh! Why do kids do that? It's so corny when they do that.
So corny. Okay. Good night, princess.
Mommy. When I sleep on top bunk, you can go bottom.
Not if y'all gonna argue.
I won't argue.
If he say okay, yeah. See you later. Hasta la vista, baby.
He said nothing. He said,
maybe tomorrow. I'm on live with TQuest celebrating her 8 years of being a radio personality. This is very unprofessional. It's real life. It's behind the scenes.
It is real life. Things have changed. I seen some lady just had her kid on the news, like she was doing the weather, and a kid like was in the like the green room when it came out that she had to pick him up and like did the news while she was holding him. Do the weather.
It's like that, and like everybody's home. Even my husband, he be getting on my last nerves. Though. I'm about to be in a conference car. I'm like, you ain't even gonna talk. You're gonna be mute the whole time. You want the house to be all quiet. You got kids in here who are distance learning, teachers talking. What you got to say? Okay, everybody, he's about to be in a conference. Mute. They should know you're gonna have noise in your background. Like we can't mute the teachers or the lessons, and like I'd be like, no. He's like, all right, I'm done. I'm like, you wasn't even talking. So I didn't hear you say a mumbling word. We're not in the same room as you. You act like they can really hear everything that's going on. Yo, I'd be like, they can't hear that. And if they all in our conversations, then they need to mind their business. They know everybody's in a pandemic. Half of the schools are closed. Yeah. You have a family. You can't just run out. People, everybody's on a device in a different room. Nobody's listening to what's going on, but it's real life. And it's real life. I don't know if she told me she loved me, but I'll accept it. I take all positive energy and love. So thank you.
Right.
But it's true like that. That's why, like with me, it's not anybody running behind me. With me, my issue is making sure like my stuff is on point, my backgrounds and everything. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna elevate, increase, I'm like if my camera, oh my god, my camera's not working, I gotta call my IT. What is happening? I don't see me on the camera. Blah blah blah. We gotta get this right. Like yesterday, I was freaking out behind the scene. I'm like, wait, just do the show without me.
I know. I saw her on the phone, so I had to call her. Like, the other person's here, right? So yeah, you got this. So I just look at it like having a conversation, like with anybody, and that's all I do. I just talk, and hopefully, I'm not long-winded or short-winded. Hopefully, it balances out.
She tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
And she loved everything that me and DJ Scheme was talking about. She said it gave her life.
That's good. Oh, wow. It's all about positivity, like, supporting one another.
Right.
So that we all can grow and be better. And when people realize that, like this corniest saying ever, but so true, is no I in team. And just because this person not on your direct team don't mean they can't be a part of helping you grow and hit to the next level. Support is so simple. And my goal, like I told Quest for 2021, besides balance, is not letting anybody or this world damper or darken my life or my dream. You know what I'm saying? Because when you are like, for Quest, for instance, one thing I do admire about her, even though she's my younger sister, is that she don't care. She's an entrepreneur. She's going to do what she wants to do. And that's her vein. You know what I mean? No one can take that from her. No one's going to tell her, well, Quest, you should do this. Nope, I'm doing my thing. I'm going to do my radio. I'm doing my voiceover, which I love that about her.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, like, when you have a vision, like for my business, I'm like, I can't discount prices. I'm not the resort. I'm not the airlines, you know. I can deal with these people, and I deal with reputable companies. But I'm like, my vision, like my personal trips that I start doing, like Whitney's Escapes Present, those aren't cheap trips. I tell people all the time, I said, if you want to come, it's going to be worth every penny, but you're going to pay a penny. It's not $5.50, but you have an experience that you normally would never have. Like when I did my Turks and Caicos trip, we went to a private island. We have butlers. Where we stayed cost over $10,000 to $15,000 a night. We didn't pay that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because of the name and the strength that I had, we have private parties. Even the people who worked it was like, yo, who organized this? Because we never had all this stuff going on our property. Like we don't have chefs coming on here. We don't have karaoke parties. We don't rent out the clubhouse. They had to fly them. I had all this stuff set up. Wow. And he was like, oh my God. And it was the girls like, I would come every year and I would work with you again. I was like, yeah, because when you build your brand and your name, you know, a lot of stuff comes with that. But I'm like, tell people too, but it still costs. But you're going to get extra perks and things like that because of my name and brand. But it's still going to cost. Like, it's not going to be cheap. Like, we're doing Dubai this year. First of all, that's a 12-hour flight. Yeah. Like, that's going to cost you with it.
Right.
We're going way to the Middle East. And then, you know, I'm not going to go say, I don't want to say this hotel because I say it all the time and I want them to feel like I'm bashing their brand, but I'm not going to stay at, you know, a lower quality place. I'm in the Middle East. I'm going to stay at a, you know, 5-star property. Because first of all, we are not in the United States of America anymore. Like we're somewhere else. I need clean hotel room. I need high standards for the pandemic. And the more I tell people, you have to look at cost with what you're getting. Like, you know, it's cleaner. You know, people are sanitizing more because you're spending extra money for this experience. Right. You don't have to worry about people on top of each other, social distancing. You know, they're taking all the extra measures for you to be safe. So it's going to cost you a little bit more. But that's what we're doing now during this pandemic. And I'm like, it's going to cost, you're going to get a discount. If you did this on your own, it will cost you more. But it's not going to cost you $2.50. It's going to cost you something. But every single time we do these trips and people come back, they go back again because they know, like, I tell people we have to change our mindset as a people in a race. You know what I mean? And not looking at, $1,000. That's not a lot of money. Because you go down the street, if you get an airplane ticket, a hotel somewhere, that's going to cost you over $1,000. You stay for a week.
Right.
And I don't know what hotel, a decent hotel, costs less than $100 a night. Like, I don't know. Like, tell me.
That's a motel.
Eggs, thank you. Can you say that again?
It's definitely
I like, you know, when regular people just speak, it's just true. It's a motel. If you want to stay at a nice hotel for a week, it's going to cost you over $100.
Yes.
So to like when people, and I'm like, what? Like I tell people all the time, staying in the States and going internationally, it's cheaper to go internationally when you do all inclusive because now your food and drinks and activities. Yeah. You're not going to get drunk and have all your food and all activities here for $2.50. Alcohol gonna cost more at the bar. You go out, you know. We just gotta really change our mindset. And the reason I'm talking about it because Quest had me change my mindset in the radio industry. Like I wasn't trying to do this. I'm like, I like keeping myself to myself. My close knit friends, I'll share stuff with them, but I didn't want to be on this type of platform. Like I'm like, no, whoever gonna sort me. She's like, no, wait, you need to do this. We need to have you podcast. You need to come be on special guests and stuff like that. I tell people I think she's trying to make me a mini her. So when she can't do something, she could just say, yo, wait, you busy? I need you to jump on this real quick.
Yeah,
so like
do that.
be her other brand. But I don't mind sometimes when it's topics I'm into. Like, you know, when she had me special guest for her on Mark's show and it was about love, you know what I'm saying? Right. I love love. So that was easy to talk about. You know, celebration, anything with relationship or finances or children would keep on bothering me. See that right? See the shadow? I'm acting like it's not there, but you still see that shadow right there? Do you see it? That means somebody is right there.
Yeah.
That's behind. See the other hand? That's not my hand. That's not my hand.
Third hand.
Get out of here, Jacob. You need to go to bed.
That puts me off the combine.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a nice face because I'm about to snap. I'm trying to be like, but question, no, I'm getting off the phone. Wait, I'm getting off the phone.
I don't do negativity. I don't do vibes, yelling, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But what you're saying,
you gotta
it's
breathe.
kind of like with us in the media field too. Like we've helped so many people for so many years, and now that myself, as long as DJ Scheme, we've had more and more opportunities for you. It cost us a lot to invest in to get to where we are. So you can't get mad at us when we got services and stuff for you. It is a fee.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be worth it because we made sure that we built these platforms directly to cater to you and what you need. Now there's a lot of frauds out there, and that's why a lot of people got trust issues. But we ain't like that. Just like with you, they can go on Groupon, all that stuff, but you're not gonna really get what you truly desire. Penny pinching a little team too much.
Or even your money back or anything. Like I had people contact me after this pandemic. Did you send? Can you help me like get my money back? Well, I'm like, did I book you? Like, no. Then how can I? Like, no.
Wow.
All my clients who was booked during this pandemic, and they could be all watching, they could all vouch for what I'm saying. Every last one of them got all their money back, even the ones who didn't have travel protection.
Wow.
Like if they paid with their credit card, all the money went back on their credit. I know people who went through, and I'm not shaming any of these people, like Groupon, Travel House, all that stuff, and didn't get their money back or got vouchers or have to use it for other things. No, my clients all got their physical cash back because I bust my behind and vouch for them. I'm like, listen, I send you this many people all the time. You need to get my people. You know what I'm saying? It's not their fault this happened. And I tell people now, even now in the industry, I don't sell any trip without travel protection. I'm like, no. And it's more than just getting your money back. It protects you if something happens over there. If you get sick, God forbid, something happens. Now it'll fly you in a plane if you need to come home. It just gives you a sense of peace when you're traveling. You know what I mean? And going through all the things I had to go through, I'm like, if you wouldn't travel with me, I know some people are like, I don't want to travel. I say, no, you need to protect yourself.
Yes, you have to.
Everything
has changed. Yeah, the whole world has changed while you wait. Travel has changed. Like I've been out the country a couple times and a few times, and it was just like, okay, boom, you can go wherever you got to go. If you got a passport, we should go to Canada without a passport, or Puerto Rico, like any of those places. Now you have to have a passport to go anywhere outside the country. But then on top of that, you have to make sure that you are taking you have these tests, right? You got to make sure you get a test so you won't have no problem. I had a guy that he has a place in Dubai. When I was down in Atlanta last week, we were supposed to meet up with him. He was one of the CEOs of this company, but he had it in his little penthouse in Atlanta, but he couldn't get into the country because he was in Canada. He couldn't get back over here for his visa. But then there's making sure, but the other situation was because he didn't take the test. So it's like
in a timely fashion. So many rules, and I tell people all the time, I said that's another benefit of having a travel professional, because I'll get alerted way sooner than you if something changed. This is going on for your client. They hit me directly, so I'm like, boom. Like I had a client who actually was supposed to go to Bahamas in July, and I had to call her the day before she was about to leave because Bahamas decided to close down to the United States because when they opened up, their numbers went up. So like, we're not having any travel from the United States. I was like, yo, you can't go. Like, they're not letting us there. Even though she had her COVID test and everything, they're not letting her there. Within a week, I made sure she had her. They're like, oh, no, she's not getting a voucher. They closed down their country. But, going back and forth. And she's like, I can't believe you got it for me so fast. I'm like, no, because I'm a woman of integrity, and this is my business with my name on it.
Yes.
Nothing to do with you. I'm going to fight for you. And she was like, if I were to try, I'm like, yeah, most people can't get it because they don't have that reputation or pull. And then, like, when you do these big companies by yourself, they just be like, you're just another person. Like, I already got your money. But when I'm a company, a brand, and a name, you want me to continue to send my people to you and continue to book through you, you're going to do a little bit of extra things. I have, like, so many stories where things happen. I tell people my number one stream is returning customers or referrals, But I was like, I want to be more than that. I want somebody, I just saw your thing on TQuest show or on IG, and I want to, book through you because we always want to be evolving. We always want to be growing. I want to be 8 years from now, be like, yes, congratulations, we escaped, but doing better. Like this year was a tough year, 2020, with travel and everything. But all I did was just continue to build, like I redid my website, make sure I had my LLC paperwork, all that. Like I just kept on doing everything back office. So when the world does open up, And I still have trips. I still have people who go in places now. Only send people who have properties that are doing COVID tests to come back. You know, that's the new CDC rule that you have to have a COVID test to come back home, which I don't agree with. If I'm a United States citizen, I shouldn't have to take a COVID test to come back home. I live here.
Right.
Well, that's neither here or there. And I feel like, too, if I'm taking all these COVID tests, we shouldn't have to do 14-day quarantine. I'm like, because you got people going to, like you said, Atlanta, Miami, New York, Texas, all these places in the States, coming back home and took no tests, going right back to work and getting everybody freaking sick. But I took 20 tests, all negative, and I got to sit home for 2 weeks. Like, that don't make no freaking sense. Wow. And these people just going wherever they want. Nobody's taking no tests. Nobody's taking no temperatures. That's what I tell people. I'm not doing domestic travel.
Wow.
I'm not doing it unless it's like a training or something that I really have to do. But as family, no. I'm not doing it because we're too lack. And I'm gonna be like TQuest and be like, congratulations. I've made it this long. I've made it through the pandemic. I'm still here. I'm still I'm gonna have my background with my studio and everything.
Right.
You know,
yeah. Quest, I got to go pick somebody up. I'm sorry that I don't mean to cut it short.
No, you can apologize in 2.5 hours.
I mean, it's great. I've been, I like spending time with you and talking to you. I don't see you that much, so it's dope.
I know. It's so sad when people don't get a chance to see me, especially my angelic face.
Yes.
But all I wanted to say is it's 8 years. Most people do 5 and 10, even though I say so every year. But 8, if you're religious, means new beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
And this year is definitely a new beginning from 8 years ago, starting with the radio show to a radio station. And it's only going to go even bigger.
Yeah. All right.
I appreciate you, DJ Scheme.
I appreciate you too. Keep doing your thing. You and Whitney. Yep. I'm going to run that. I need your drop too. I got to drop what you did for me, but I dropped for you for your station too.
Absolutely. I got like 70 ones.
Yeah, so send one. We got the one for Whitney. We use that every show.
I got
you. Thank you. I love that. I just love it. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys definitely have a good night and talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Right. Be good.
Okay. Wow. Love DJ Scheme. Love him.
Hey!
We're back. Oh my gosh.
How was your class? I didn't get to see you earlier because I was in my workout class, but how does it feel and everything? You feeling good? You excited?
Yeah, you know, I cried a couple of times.
Well, it's emotional. Like, this is something you have seen your journey evolve. You know, this is your passion, and I could totally understand that, you're getting emotional because that shows to people too that this is something close to your heart. For you to not have no emotions, and I'd be like,
I said in the beginning of the show, are you stalking me? Like,
that's what Misha always said. We are really sisters. She said, we say the same thing, but don't even be talking to each other. And like when I text you stuff, you're like, I was just about to text you that same thing.
Yep, the same thing happened earlier. I said something to her when she said she's going to Kentucky. I said fried chicken. She's like, your sister just said the same thing. I'm just like, well, we are blood related. No, long story short, because I'm definitely not going to be here too long. I would just tell them it's definitely been a journey from going from, like I said, from a show to a station, and then starting off being a picky personality and a DJ that made a solid foundation as a personality for me to elevate and increase. For me going from there in the house to me going to a studio like college to me going to places where there was cameras, then going to the place where there was times like elevating and increasing throughout the years. So now no matter what type of radio platform it is, I'm seasoned enough to like, I need you to guess so that got you. If we do this in time, it'll be 30 seconds. I could do that. Like, it's like effortless, but
yes. And I honestly got to say, I love the God Alone Me radio station, especially between the times of 3 and 5. Like, I swear, I just feel like, oh my God, this station knows what I love. In at 9, the late night love, I just feel like it's just next to my soul.
No, Aggie.
I'm just saying, I just really feel that way. Like, every single time I tune in, I'm like, how does this station know these songs that I just love and share it? It's such a vibe, guys. If you haven't downloaded the TQuest app, download it because the God Love Me Radio will be popping. You hear me? Popping early in the morning, like when you want to get hyped. Then from like 3 to 5 would be like that. You never know type, but it'd be a great vibe. It's just a vibe. We call it the vibe. And then at night when you go and cuddle with your boo thing, it has those music too. So it's just, I just love the God Love Me Radio. And then in between it has shows and stuff like that, so you can listen to people talking. Put shows on there. On Wednesday, 9:00, they have this really good show called the Winning Escape Podcast that comes on every Wednesday night. Like, I love listening to that. You know, I actually was listening to it yesterday, and I got some really great Jews. I'm like, whoever this Winnie chick is, she is really good. She's really good. She knows what she's talking about, and I was just like really appreciating listening to her feedback about finances and getting her life together. Like, she really was dropping some real jewels, you know. So, cause keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing you, boo boo. Do you, boo?
You know what? I would feel some type of way, but you act just like me now, so I ain't got no choice but to love it. Okay, I'm around.
I'm saying I just listen to the radio station every day, and it's better than Pandora because I really feel like it knows my vibe.
Oh, yeah.
So I just enjoy it. I love listening to it. It gets me good when I'm like working and cleaning and stuff like that, which really helps. I wish I can like record it and just like replay it other times sometimes. But I appreciate it. I like Nino mix too. He be having a good mix. I like his time. I like twerking with TQuest on Thursday.
Nice. Yeah.
Twerking Thursday, like whoop whoop. That's a good workout. You know, twerking is a workout. So, but yeah, it's a classic. It's a really classic station. And I love the music. It's music I grew up on. Even some really new stuff too, but it has a really good vibe when you have the different segment. So people, if you don't listen, and she has some great commercials. I don't know who does her voiceovers, but I just love it. You know, because if you're ready to travel, you're looking for your next escape.
You laughing, but I don't know why you won't just do another commercial with you.
I will. I'm working my ways there. Like, I'm still working on balance. Like I've been telling you guys, like it's been a progress and stuff like that. Even like trying to help request with some of her stuff on her radio stations, but it just with the schooling with my children and everything, guys, it's just so crazy that I haven't been able to get on like every week is something different. Like, oh, now they started school last week, but then it's snow days, they're not in school anymore. Then they got like, so every other freaking day, and then they have new schedules all the freaking time. It's very hard. Like even today, they went to school for the first time this week today. And as soon as I got home, I didn't eat or drink anything. I just started cleaning because I'm like, oh, I finally get time to clean the house. They're not going to be here for a couple of hours. At least it'll be nice and neat and sanitized and stuff like that. And then by the time I ate lunch and caught my breath, oh, go pick them up. I was like, yo, you got to get them all ready. I'm like, do you see what time it is? He's like, yo, time go mad fast when they're not here. I'm like, exactly. Get them when they get home. They got to take showers because, take off their masks and stuff, clean them because I don't want them, on that day stuff, germs, not a germ phone, but like we gotta be real. Showers. By the time I do that, I'm doing their freaking homework that I give them. Like my daughter does sight words, she does math and writing because I want her to be the best she can be. And my son, he reads a book and then he has to write about it because he needs to work on his writing skills because I'm telling you guys, he don't put no spaces. I'm like, what is this? Like, it looks like one word, like on the bottom screen, but everything next to each other. Like, no, space yourself out. Take some pride in your work because he got like a B+, I think, in writing. And I'm like, you should be an A+ student. Like, you're lazy. Stop being lazy. So now every day until you get an A+, you're going to be writing Monday through Friday. So I bet you he'd be writing better now. By the time I do that, it's time to cook. And then if I go to my gym or I got a podcast, so I'm like, I didn't get to do half the crap I need to do. I'm like trying to do my emails and stuff. I got like 200 emails. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus, help me call clients. It gets really hard. So I'm working on it, guys. I really am. I'm working on doing what I need to do to be a better version of me so I can really live my best life. That's where I'm going. Living my best life. Helping my sister out TQuest with some things. Being like her what is it called? Her stand-up dummy or whatever, the person who kind of is that what it's called?
No.
It's
called like an understudy.
No, but like if you
world is an understudy when the main person can't be there, you're the fill-in. Right?
Yeah, but remember like when you're like can't do the stunts and they got somebody else to do the stunts. What's that called?
A stunt double.
Oh, I thought it was dummy. Stump double, whatever. But you know what I'm saying, guys.
No, we're gonna get this right. Stunt double, because
double. I know, but I thought it was dummy. I don't know why.
No, the only time it's a dummy is when it's a crash dummy.
Or maybe
slamming into things.
Or it could be it's because it's 9:40 and I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to understand. I thought it'd go for like an hour, but I'm just happy. But I told Scheme about it as soon as I said I was going to do it, and he remembered, and he was like, "Just make sure you send me the link." I was like, "Okay." And the fact that he was able to do it, I'm like, I don't need everybody on here. I appreciate everybody, but I don't need everybody on here. Mm-hmm. I just need somebody to talk to and call it down. So this has definitely been fun. And we're going to end this right now. Yeah. So, mini-me, Padawan, my protege, since it looks like you can do the TQuest show for me, just tell them where they can find all your awesomeness so we can wrap this thing up.
Sounds great, because I'm hungry and I'm tired. So thank you guys for coming in this evening to celebrate the wonderful, the beautiful, the talented Miss TQuestGLM herself. Gotta love me. Quick, quick. You can follow me on all your social media platforms at Whitney's Escapes on IG, Facebook. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Whitney's Escapes LLC. Please hit that thumbs up and like. Check out my website, www.whitneysescapes.com for any travel needs or plan, or you can email me at travel@whitneysescapes.com for any travel or events, guys. We're doing Dubai this year, so look out for those flyers. But before I hand it back to TQuest, I want you guys to look at the bottom of the screen, because the congratulation donation can be sent to money TQuestGLM. Guys, we're doing a pandemic. She makes most of her money performing and do stuff live. And right now, we all been in the house. So she still has to pay for all these platforms. She's still doing what she has to do. And it will be nice to be nice. Bless somebody, even if it's $1. She has like 5,000 friends. For everybody give her $1, that'd be a nice payday. Like, come on here, people. Stop being broke, stop being cheap. Because once you pay it for it will come back to you.
Wow.
She has photos.
I see. So, so you froze like that, but you didn't see it.
Wait. I say that's my what's her face?
Oh, my face smile.
They make it like that. What makes me think of that? Man in Black. Don't look like the guy. We got like freaking neck and stuff like.
Horrible. I always think of this comedian girl, because she uses a face like that when she does her comedy shows, like on Facebook and stuff. And she started that from using Snapchat filters.
But it's funny to me. But I'll be acting like I froze and I didn't freeze.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure. I don't know what to do with this show. I guess it was just for fun. Maybe I can edit it and still send it to the radio station. Like intro and outro. But yeah, this is your girl TQuest. You tune into the TQuest show. Relatable, informative, yet entertaining. Until next time, over and out. No, bye. Okay.
So, what is it called?
Spirit fingers?
Yeah.